pads on them so you can hit those and lift it, and then you just have to push it over. You know, like Star Trek, how in Star Trek they have the anti-grav, like the repulsor lifts that they put stuff on and they carry it. This has its own built-in repulsor lifts, so you can turn those on and push it over to onto your ship, but you'll have to land your ship and push it on up in.
It's like the space version of those like little coasters you put underneath your furniture when you move it.
I was thinking of more like the actual like pneumatic lifts that you use to haul pallet loaders and stuff around it. You know what I'm talking about?
I press the button and lift it up, and then
crazy bastard.
It as hard as I can. This container.
You shove it as hard as you can. Give me a strength check.
This is strength check.
Non-existent.
What are you doing?
Well, we can't see where
he's over there.
All right, there he is.
What is my strength?
It's the while ago.
0. So regular check. Can I jump up and like kick it?
Yeah, give me your strength
and use
check.
an acrobatics instead?
No.
30 instead. There you go.
Come on, Steve. Your combat reflexes.
The 2 is back.
There we go. Let's go back.
Without fail, every time we start this game, Steve's first roll of the game.
Started out with something
you try to shove it, and it moves a little bit, like maybe like 4.5 inches, and then it swings back and hits you, and you actually it's like getting hit by a giant container, and you go flying a good 5 feet through the air, because it just weighs so much more than you. It literally just like throws you, like being flung off of a seesaw.
Nice.
But you don't take any damage. You just hit the ground and roll and pop back up. So you guys said you wanted to explore the rest of the compound. Who's going where? You're Mickey. You're standing in what appears to be some kind of command center.
I'm gonna move down to here. What do I see? Is there a wall?
No, it is not a wall. So as you come down into here,
I'm gonna fuck it.
That's a door, Steve. It opens easily. It's not really locked. As you guys walk in, what you see is a warehouse full of stuff.
Yes.
Does anybody want to give me?
I'm doing a perception.
Yes. And then give me a culture outlaw or culture outlaw check.
Can I use my scavenge check?
Yes, you can use your scavenge check.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I was trying to think of it. Oh.
I got a
what is my scavenge check?
It is gonna be. It's basically engineering for you.
Well, there's my perception.
Yeah, I see that. Nat 20. So I'll just go off of that.
Perception's a 16. I'll aid him.
He saw it.
Yeah. So you looking around, you figure there's probably about 5,000 credits here in goods. You could probably offload it for about looking that much. Around, it's worth more than that, but given the connections that defenses that that you could use, you probably get about 5,000 credits off of what's in here.
Nice.
Should we tell them? Do we have to tell them? I'm talking to the goblin.
So Steve Suture looks at you and goes, "Should we tell them?"
Do we have to?
Let's see here.
How is he going? I mean, how is he?
I mean, we could just give them a little bit of this.
I think he means how much it's worth, not that it's here. Obviously, you're going to know it's there.
Oh.
I tell them that it's here, but
Where's our cut?
Well, hold on. You're in a completely different area. The only reason I say that, Tony, is because how are you going to get it? How are you going to get all of this stuff, some of which is bigger than you, onto the ship without the rest of the party noticing?
God damn it!
Yes. Hey, big guy, I need your.
And I mean,
Tony, odds or evens?
Odds. Even.
I tell you, it's worth less.
So how much do you tell him it's worth?
So altogether, we said that it's worth 5,000, right?
Yeah.
It's probably worth about $2,000.
Okay, make a bluff check.
Damn it! I was gonna say my bluff is dumb too.
Tony makes sense motive.
Plus 7. It's a 10.
You get you.
You got me.
It's an even. You're like you look at him and you're like, I'm not sure, but I think he's telling the truth. At least I don't think he's not telling the truth.
Yes, we can tell him it's lower. Tell him.
All right, so that's you guys. Mickey, what are you doing? Are you just wandering around over here?
Where I want to?
Oh, okay. Do you open that door?
What does it say? Anything? Do I have any
Yeah,
description?
it's just a regular. It's just like a regular turbo lift door.
Yeah.
If you walk up to it, you can hit a button and it'll open. Nothing is locked right now.
Well, I meant if they had office, if they had actually something on the door, seeing what it was. That's all.
Oh no, it's just a door leading out of the command center.
Okay.
You're on the inside of the command center.
Yep.
Get under the rug.
Yep.
It should just lift right up and go back down.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this thing to stop yet. It's turned on.
Oh, you guys are gonna be so happy. I forgot what's back here. Mickey, as you look out, you can see what looks to be it's up on blocks right now, but a cherry fucking speeder bike is is sitting out there. It looks it's all Harley'd out like the one that you rode out here on.
Yeah.
But nicer. It's just sitting over there.
Bingo! I yell out bingo.
And then in front of you is another pile of loot, for lack of a better term, just a pile of goods, looking like they want to get smuggled. Oh.
So Steve and Tony come running up to the big lizard guy, probably needing help. Like, hey, can you help us carry some shit? Tiny little bastards.
You can see, there's a bunch of loot over here. Give me, like I said, a culture, outlaw, or an perception or an engineering check.
Engineering.
Well, for you, it's Scrounger.
My engineering check, you said, right?
Right. Yeah.
7 again.
I can do an outlaw check. I forgot.
Yeah, you can do culture outlaw. Same with Mickey. You're a bounty hunter, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So this really isn't your forte.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of goods, but.
No,
I got a 16.
I just said, guys, I found a bike. I was excited about the bike. I was going over to the bike, so that's why. I was
you're all like, oh man, look at this bike.
Yeah.
You can see a door back down that hallway to your left.
Okay.
Left, right. You know what I'm talking about. Stage left.
Yep.
There's what appears to be a building, fairly large building. In the back here. When you guys came out of the warehouse, you saw it as well.
I got 27. What's all that loot worth?
This loot here probably worth another 500 credits or so. It's large, but most of it's just assorted, like luxury goods, for lack of a better term. It's like video games and, like low grade designer drugs, like weed or something. Nothing super amazing. There's some ship parts. It's worth stuff, but it's not worth tons of stuff. Like small ship parts, like
this pile like Scrooge McDuck.
So you see the goblin just like dive into the pile of stuff and just start like almost swimming through it, and he'll surface every once in a while with an item in his hand, and he's just chittering happily, like jabbering on about this, that, or the other thing that he's currently in love with.
You're singing off from my head.
Huh?
You're singing off from my head like intake tubes and
yes, exactly. That is exactly how I imagined it. Yeah.
So I pull out all the good parts and I say it's worth 500. Good parts right here in the pile.
Motion to suture to go over to the store and check it out.
Okay. The door opens and you look in and you see this appears to be some kind of security post. Like this was where you remember a whole bunch of guards, a whole bunch of soldiers flooded out of there, and you can see what appears to be a couple of consoles at the back, and you can see on the monitors are computer screens that appear to be overlooking the whole compound, including inside this building over here, which, as you look now, you realize is probably a barracks.
Okay. Gotcha. You say there's no one inside that barracks, though, right now?
No.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. You could hear me smoke really loud.
Don't worry, I blame Mickey.
It's my vape. All right, so I don't know what is in there.
What is in there?
And then I decide I'm gonna go check it out. I move abnormally fast, by the way, too. So it's
you do. You have a 45
so it's easy for me to
speed.
pop up and then reappear somewhere right over here.
Yeah, you're like a freaking gremlin.
That's what I imagine my character looking exactly like.
Yeah,
like
you're a space goblin. So you run up to this door and pop it open. This place is just wall-to-wall weaponry.
And the big vest.
Wall-to-wall weaponry. Like, I have the inclination to close the door about it, but I'm in such awe that the amount of time for the
and by the time you're just about ready to close the door, you can just feel this looming presence behind you, and you look back over your shoulder, and Zoran is standing there, and he's just slack-jawed.
At all?
Huh?
Rolling at all, Jameson?
Huh?
Give me a culture mercenary check.
A mercenary check?
Yeah. Profession, mercenary, profession, soldier, culture, mercenary. Any of those.
Yeah, because I don't know much about this stuff. But...
Right? Yeah. You can do a culture check.
Yeah, and the bounty hunter's on the other side of the map.
26.
Yep. Say that again?
26.
Okay, 26. For a second, I thought you said 46, and I was like, how?
I'm that awesome.
You rolled a nat 40?
Yeah.
You rolled 20.
I have a giant D100, and that's came up as.
This is a small but impressive armory. You guess that there's there is 500 rounds of heavy ammunition stored in the back corner here.
We check out the storage shed yet?
No, I saw the bike, but then I saw the entrance, that door, so I went towards it.
So there's about 500 rounds of ammunition in that corner there of heavy ammunition. You see a stack in the corner on the desk of 6 grenades of various different types, and you see 6 heavy breaker rifles. One of them, though, is not like the others.
I want to look at this not like the others one.
Are there any pistols, Jameis? Check for me. Doesn't matter.
So essentially, I just step over the goblin like.
I need to sell some pistols.
It's the reaction cannon. It's a tactical reaction cannon.
Okay.
It's a level 7 weapon.
Reaction cannon. Actually,
oh no, you.
It's a tactical reaction cannon. It's a level 7 weapon.
Hello.
Actually, no. I'm going to take that back. It is an X-Gen gun.
Whoa.
It's a tactical X-Gen gun.
I said whoa.
It's automatic. It's a level 6 weapon. It's a heavy weapon. It's a projectile weapon. It's called the X-Gen gun Tactical. It's worth $4,000, does D12 damage, has a 120-foot range, has an 80-round capacity, uses 2 rounds per shot, and it has an automatic firing capability. So you could just go spray and pray with it if you want to. And then there are 6 reaction cannons, the level 1s, laying there as well. And just so you know, I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure it uses the same rounds that the reaction cannon uses.
Which X-Gen was it again?
X-Gen Tactical.
Now you're gonna have to write this
It's
down.
a level 6 gun.
Okay.
It's in the core rulebook.
Yeah.
Under heavy projectiles. And it does use heavy rounds. So regular heavy rounds. So the 500 rounds that you have will work for it. That you found also. There are unfortunately no pistols in here. But like I said, there are 6 grenades. Various different kinds. Do you want to take a closer look at the grenades?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you find 2 screamers, 2 frag 2s, and 2 incendiary 1 grenades.
2 frag, level 2, and then 2 level 1 incendiaries.
Don't forget the screamers.
Yeah, okay. Is that are those levels? Are those level 1s as well, or are they just as a screamer?
Oh no, those are the screamers are level 4, the frag 2s are level 4, and the incendiaries are level 2.
You said the frags are level 4.
So what are they, like Mark IIs?
Say that again.
So what are they, like Mark IIs?
The frag grenades are level 2, frag grenade 2. The screamer grenades are level 1. The incendiary grenades are level 1.
Okay.
I mean, their level is 2, but they're incendiary grenade Mark 1, screamer grenade Mark 1, frag grenade Mark 2.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I was going for.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, all this stuff is in the core rulebook. So, like, if you've got your Hero Labs online up, you should be able to add it in there, no problem. None of this is super exotic. You're in the storage shed looking around. The storage shed. Okay, so what is in the storage shed is parts to finish off.
I got a 20 perception. If anything's interesting.
Yes. Well, that depends on your definition of interesting.
Anything useful?
Yes. Everything you need to make a basic enter cycle. You just got the same thing I got, the flash flood warning. Everything you need to make a basic enter cycle is in here. Well, although it is not a basic enter cycle, because this particular enter cycle would be worth about double a typical basic enter cycle.
Can we get this customized?
Yeah, you can get it is a little bit customized. Yeah, like I said, it's like a chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Does anybody want it? Because we could fix it up.
I can build it while you guys are doing the
I
doing
can't
the transportation.
That's what I was saying. I know we got people that can.
I don't mind fixing it.
I'm going to call you on my personal comm unit and tell you about that thing.
So while the goblin is continuing to swim in the pile of loot in the center of the compound, he gets a phone call. Yeah, he gets a phone call from Suture, just about 40 feet away.
Then, well, I imagine there being a pile, and then all of a sudden you hear ring, 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 like the old telephones, like, and then all of a sudden I pop up.
All right, so
like, wow.
Is there anything over by the northern entrance? By searching over there, where I'm at?
No, nothing. I mean, nothing particularly interesting. No, it's just like I said. It's just a tactic. It's just the security post there. There was nothing. There's the dead guys right outside of it that had the armor. Okay. But other than that, you guys have pretty much picked this place over.
All right.
About this time, your ship lands. It's about 100 yards off, but it's not too hard for you to get stuff over to it. It's going to take you since it's just the 4 of you, and 2 of you are tiny. It's going to take you about 2 hours to.
Well, the goblin's going to fix the enter cycle, or are we going to take?
I was going to say I'm not pushing shit. Unless
it's going to take you about. It's going to take you about 2 hours, mostly Mickey and Zoran. About 2 hours to load all this stuff onto your ship.
Yeah, and don't worry, just don't worry, little guy. Just sit there and eat your cookies and drink your chocolate milk.
God, if only we had cookies and chocolate milk.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, there's no cookies and chocolate milk around.
Big work for the adults.
Not adult.
Oh no, I believe so.
It's just we're little.
All right, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Leave the big work for the big guys, the big strong guys. You know.
Big strong dumb guys.
I never said I wasn't intelligent.
All
right. So
like a dumb person.
You guys
go ahead and do something smart and try to figure out how to increase the flow of work.
He did. He got you all of this loot.
I walk over to this this first container.
Which container?
I hack one of the.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
My jack. My what is it called?
Your exocortex.
I'm going to use a computer use or engineering use to try and increase the grav thing for that specific container.
What do you mean by increase it?
Get smoother. Like add any propulsions or do whatever I can to boost its system.
I mean, you can't really get better than what it is already. Those are not what take time. They're really easy to maneuver. The repulsors on it make it frictionless and practically weightless. So literally all you just do is sort of walk behind it and push, and it floats along nicely. Like even though it weighs several tons, as far as anybody pushing it is concerned, it maybe feels like it weighs 20, you know?
Oh, okay.
It's like pulling a pallet. You know how pulling a pallet's super easy?
Yeah.
If you've got it up on the pallet jack, it's literally like that. It doesn't feel like you're really pulling anything.
How long? Is it just taking it to the ship?
No, those go really quick. It's all the other loot that takes you 2 hours.
Yeah, you guys can take that. The
boxes and stuff, they don't have repulsor lifts like those 2 cargo containers do.
Shit.
But you load it all onto your ship, and you're ready to take off now. Are you guys gonna get on the ship and take off? I assume.
Yeah, but before we pull out, I pull into the ship with this hot red, beautifully sounding.
Yeah. like in the 2 hours, give me an engineering check, Steve.
God, roll high. Don't roll a 2.
Even if I roll a 2, it won't be too terrible.
Whoa! I was going to
30.
say, Steve, come on.
Yeah.
Good job, and somehow I found some awesome glasses and a leather coat.
Yeah. So in the 2 hours it takes you guys to get everything loaded, you almost feel like it was worth it because literally as you guys are putting the last of the boxes on, you just hear the telltale like whoosh of an Entercycle powering up, and then you see a goblin with aviators and a spiky leather coat just come rolling around the corner and sailing smoothly up the ramp into your cargo bay on this like brand new cherry red chopper. He gives you both the nod as he goes by. He knows what.
The nod.
I hear it.
On the day I was born,
Let's go to Malachi. Like, Malachi, your flight's ready.
wide wonder at the joy they
Yeah, right. That's like.
The headmaster spoke up,
Question, did we,
said leave
why
this
should
one
we leave
alone.
the side container?
She could tell right away.
Nope.
No, but I did bang on the sides.
Why are we questioning
Why would we talk to the cargo?
Yeah.
Because I want to talk to the cargo, and I opened the cargo.
That's
thing.
your problem.
That's weird, man. It's like talking to I don't know.
All right, so the cargo container is hold on a second. Yeah, so the cargo container, you guys are standing in your cargo hold, by the way, right now. The cargo container. Let's actually move you over to the missus. So you guys are in here now.
Okay.
So the cargo container, the door on the cargo container is actually it's an analog hatch, right? It's designed to be sealed for vacuum, but it's just a good old fashioned like you twist
Storage container latch.
Yeah. Well, it's not like a storage container latch. It's like the vacuum sealed hatch on like the space shuttle, right?
Yeah,
like it's got those dogged or like on a like the watertight bulkhead doors on a submarine. Okay. So you undog the hatch, and you open it up, and when you do, all of the Sheeran like shy back from you, and they're all huddled, smashed against the back of the container as much as they can be. There's probably, I'm gonna say there's like 35 or 40 stuffed into this container. Like they're really like they can't push back very far, but they're back away from you as far as they can be. They look terrified.
Well, let me guess, Mickey. You want to be all like, "Welcome to your new life" or some shit.
He wants to know.
I just want to see who's in here.
You even suggest that.
Who speaks for you, Who speaks for you, Sheerans?
They all kind of look back and forth at each other, like they.
I'm not gonna kill you yet.
Finally, one steps forward. They all look ragged.
Yeah.
Their chitin is scuffed, cracked in places, dented, scraped. They're very sallow looking. They definitely look malnourished. Some of them have broken antenna.
I walk up behind him like as he like nonchalantly, and I have a sub that's bigger than my head.
You have a what that's bigger than your head?
A sub.
Like a subwoofer?
Like a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
I had him some water. My water.
You hand who the water?
whoever spoke up, whoever said they.
Oh yeah. So one steps forward, and you hear in your head, a very sort of, scared, nervous, like really nervous.
Yeah.
Meek. I'll speak for us.
How long have you guys been here? And do you remember how you ended up here?
We were being marched across the jungle to the gas pits. Were you here to save us?
Yeah. That's yet to be determined. Your lives are in our hands now, but we don't have the end say. One sec. Hold on, man.
And you see his antenna just, and like his whole demeanor goes from like he didn't even want to, he didn't really want to hope, but he had started to hope, and now he, like, all of them just look absolutely devastated by this news.
I laugh and I pull off the tomatoes on my sandwich. Tomatoes, and I throw them not in the container, but far away from the container.
You see a couple of heads at the very edge. They sort of track the movement of the tomatoes as they sail out of sight of the edge of the container, and they sort of watch it hungrily as it goes. But they, like, most of them are just their attention is absolutely riveted on the drow in front of them, and all of them look terrified.
I'm sorry about that. I'm back.
That's okay.
I just want to make sure from like DM part, we were just supposed to retrieve this thing and then take it to where afterwards.
You were supposed to, once it was retrieved, you were supposed to take it to another location that the guy you killed was going to tell you about.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. See, man.
I have an idea. Our slave crew for our ship that we need.
You could try that.
I say among
Mickey,
all of them.
Mickey, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Yeah. Rolled
All right. No, it just doesn't occur to you. Well, no, it should. It should. Okay. So, Mickey, Malachi, you remember, this job was for Ningabel.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
You could just you were gonna contact Ningabel anyway, tell him about what happened and how you got betrayed. You could just try contacting him and telling him what happened and asking what you want him to do now. Since you still took the job.
Yeah.
And technically, you've still done what you were hired to do.
Yeah. Do we have enough
so
food,
far?
Even with we found to feed some of these people or no?
No.
Why are you messing with?
I mean, yes, you could feed them with your own food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know if we got anything food-wise. That's all.
No.
At this point, I just walk up and take the sandwich away from the goblin and throw it in the cage.
All right. Well, stay put for now. We will find out here soon your fate.
Interestingly, when you throw that food in the cage, they all stare. Like there's a split second where everybody except for the one that's talking to Malachi, they all stare at it. Not a single one makes a move to get it.
Yes. I watch it fly. Like, well, just stay still or stay here, and we will find out your fate, and we'll be back to deal with you, and go back and shut it, and then contact.
And he offers her. You could tell. I mean, just from looking at it, give me anybody who's looking into the cage or into the container. Give me a sense motive check.
It's just us two.
Well, Zoran was standing there. He threw food in there. So.
No.
Hurry.
Roll.
Go. Hurry. No.
I figure
Hurry.
Suture isn't there because someone has to be piloting the ship, and it's probably him.
I can pilot.
Right, that's, you are the pilot.
It's Moto.
Let me go back.
Nathan,
Yes,
you said you wanted a sense motive?
sense motive, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday.
What'd you get?
I wrote an 18.
Okay. I couldn't hear you when you said that before. So yeah, this is pretty easy to get. Steve didn't get it because Steve rolled a 1.
I'm enthralled with my sandwich. And like I keep thinking that they're wanting my sandwich, which is why I'm flaunting it.
Right. And then Zoran took it and threw it in there, away from you. And now you're angry that you took your sandwich and threw it at them. And but what Zoran noticed, they are completely defeated, cowed, like they were marching to their deaths under duress. So like they're just like they're a bunch of shattered Shurin. Like they have, like so like while that one was talking to you, they're all standing back there like they just don't want to die.
Yep. I go to where Suture's at, to basically the front of the ship, and then contact Ningavel.
Right. So Suture, you're up actually in your customary seat here in the bridge. And Malachi, you can either go to the bridge to send Ningavel a message, or you can go to your own room on the ship to do that.
I'll do that. Yeah.
So you go in and you sit down in front of your own personal computer, and you send off an email to Ningavel.
While I do that, I'm basically stripping because I just got out of a big battle, so I'm like stripping all my. I think I was pretty hurt too, so I'm kind of like stripping off my armor, patching myself up as I'm giving him a call.
Go to the med bay.
So are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do it like a voice call? Are you gonna call him or email him?
I'm gonna call him. I am straight up fucking calling him.
Okay. So you can. It rings for a while. Probably like a good minute before it picks up. But he does pick up. And you get the familiar, this is to you familiar, telltale robotic voice that is pretty much any voice communication over digital media that you get when talking to a Shurin. Some of them have their own like specialized modulators they use, like a soundboard equivalent, but most of them just use the standard robotic voice and Ningavel too. Well, because they don't actually have a voice. Remember, if they communicate with you, typically they communicate with you telepathically up close. So they have to use some kind of mind to audio translator.
Gotcha.
So they're going to use something like voice communications, digital voice communications. So you hear his familiar telltale sort of robotic voice. And he says, I was wondering when I was going to hear from you.
I threw like whatever piece I was taking off, I throw it across her. I'm like, a Dralic? Really, Ningavel? A Dralic? Come on.
He came highly recommended. I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, I kind of bring the staff into view. Well, this is his, and he's no longer with us. Because
you're using voice communication. You're holding a staff. Remember that you're speaking voice only.
Oh,
so
okay,
you're holding a staff up in the air your room, and you're yelling at a speakerphone.
Yeah, I'm holding his staff because he's dead now. Because he betrayed us in the middle of us fighting for this mission.
And there's a full 5 seconds of silence. And then the robotic voice of Ningabo replies, "This is what I get for using an intermediary. I apologize."
Oh no, thank you. I mean, I'm mad that he hurt me, but he's my first Solarian I killed, and I got this sweet staff. So thank you. I was just calling to thank you. But he was supposed to tell us where we were supposed to take the package, and well, he's dead. So I had to contact you to find out where.
So you still have the cargo?
Yeah, we got all those Shirans.
Yet again, you prove your worth to me. Malachi, I think this is the beginning of a wonderful relationship.
I hope so. I love this crew I have. I mean, I don't know. I think we can take some. I think we can do stuff with this. But you have to set up with some better people than a Dralic.
I assure you, I will never use an intermediary unless I absolutely have to. But as you are well aware, Shurn is not a place I can.
So where am I taking this this container? Slave camp, mining operation.
Yes,
awful.
yes.
We could use, I am looking forward to Ningabo. I've been looking for some men recruit. I mean, we have a,
No. I have a buyer all lined up. It is very important you take these where they need to go.
Sounds good.
Remember, if you guys remember, the deal was if you do this job for him, not only will he pay you, but he also will have at a third location, he will have a trained crew ready to get picked up to be transported for your boss. These people, these Shuren would not be good crew. Like, they're untrained, they're broken, they're likely to revolt if they think they have a chance of getting free.
Gotcha.
But he actually will have trained spaceship crew who are willing and able. Yeah.
Okay.
Proper crew.
Ningabo taking a piece of clothing off. I'm like, it almost seemed like you were testing me, and I hope I passed your test if it was a test or not.
Did we just lose sound?
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tony was just having a freak out moment again.
No, it's okay. It's understandable. Sometimes that stuff.
I'm gun shy.
I do have the stream up and running.
Tony, are you on your med? Are you on your meds?
Yes.
As long as you're not seeing the pink leprechaun anymore.
He wants you to travel to it's a relatively nearby star. It's called Gliza 857.
What was the first part?
Gliza?
Gletha.
Yeah. It's a real place. And there's I believe it's fourth planet has a mining operation on it. And there's a guy. His name is Flofiso Ciascafro.
Holy shit! Floffy.
Floffy. Yeah.
Floppy.
So we got Gobbler and Floppy.
Gletha and Floppy.
There you go. That should show up on your screen.
Nice.
See him?
Yep.
Nice. He looks more like a turkey though.
He
But
wants you to go meet that guy.
Okay.
On Gliza 857's fourth planet.
Okay.
And he'll take possession of the cargo. And once he takes possession of the cargo, Ningabo will email. He says, "I will email you." Once he takes possession of the cargo, I will email you the location that you can go pick up your current boss's crew.
In either place, do you know where we can unload some salvage if we need to, too? Or do you think we can do that at the same location?
You might want to talk to Flofiso. He may be able to help you offload some extra cargo if you happen to have any.
That sounds good. All right, then, Gobble. I will see you, or I will contact you later. Then, thank you.
Yes, and please do not mention this little hiccup we had. As a matter of fact, he sends you like you see pop up in your personal account.
Yeah.
500 credits pop up.
All right.
Please.
Nothing to worry about, friend. I will speak to you later. I then just go straight to where Suture's at and give him the coordinates. All
right, so
Lisa 857, 4th planet. There's a mining operation there. About to see this some guy named Fluffy or Flossifo.
Flofiso.
Oh wow, Classical.
Yes. Okay, so I need.
And I also inform.
I need you. I need you to roll 3d6 for me, Tony.
9.
Oh shit.
9?
Yes, 9.
It will take you 9 days to reach your destination.
Holy shit.
And then we'll roll random encounters for your travel.
Okay.
Hey man, you guys are traveling through the vastness of space.
I rolled pretty low too with 2, 3, 4.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's make 6 level before we.
I could roll 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3.
I want to make 6 level so bad.
Nice. While we're we got like the
Say again.
our cargo or our supplies.
What about your cargo and supplies?
Did we sell them yet?
No, you have not sold.
I was just about to
Not
tell
the
you
people,
that I found a
but
person.
the other stuff.
I tell
No, it's
you,
going to take you 9 days to get to where you can do that.
Yeah.
Like all together, like sell all of our goods and shit.
Yeah. Now, as you guys,
we're going to, it has a place where we can unload that stuff.
right. However, as you guys are getting ready to fire up your drift engines, Suture's back there. He's getting it ready, and it takes a while. It takes I think a full minute or 2 minutes to spin up your drift engines. Screaming from near orbit. You guys are a ways out from the planet. You're somewhere deep in system, but screaming out from the orbit of Irkin, come 2 Vesk fighters. They come screaming in on your ship. Hold on, I will describe the fighters to you in just a second. Give me a pilot, a culture pilot check, or
Hey, I'll be
profession
right back.
check.
You got that, Steve?
Am I
You're
driving?
you're the pilot. I mean, a pilot like.
I'm pilot. I can do it. I just got to look it up, but I didn't know if Steve had pilot.
Oh, I don't know. He has the skill pilot, but yeah, go ahead. It's okay, Steve. I hear you. I was asking. I should have said that. I was asking you, Tony, because you have actual culture pilot.
Shit, it's low. It's only a 13.
Okay, so you know that this is a typical Vesk fighter, but for whatever reason you just can't remember much about it. It might have been the blows you took to the head during the fight, the explosions that you were right next to, but something's just scrambling your memory. Actually, to identify this, it should be a lot easier than that. You got what'd you get total?
13.
Yeah, never mind. This is a BMC Mauler. These are this is a military fighter. Bounty hunters like them because they can be flown by one person. The military typically has 2 pilots fly them. They're better that way. These appear to be coming in on you from the planet, and as they're coming in at you, you hear your comm systems start blaring at you. Someone is trying to contact you. Probably. You guys don't have a ship's science officer. You have a pilot, a gunner. The captain. I guess the captain can act as the ship's science officer. If you want.
Oh yeah, we don't have a science officer. Never mind.
Yeah. You need to find and hire someone to be your science officer.
We need to hire a boy.
I mean, yeah, because then he could be your ship's medic.
Yeah.
As well as your science officer.
Yeah.
So that's what you see coming at you. Like I said, coming. They basically kind of like come around the backside of the planet from you guys. They come tearing up your ass end from the gravity well of the planet, which is why your sensors didn't pick them up sooner. And now they're bearing down on you, and you're getting something over the comms. Do you want to? Do you open hailing frequencies?
Do I know how to do that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You know how. You just have to hit a button.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Over the radio. Over like on screen, you see is just this big Vesk pilot in like he's all decked out in armored vac suit. You can't really even see his face. You know he's a Vesk because he's piloting. And because he's wearing typical Vesk armor, and you're a Skittermander, so you know Vesk when you see one. But you hear him, and he says, "This is Vesk Militia Ship 105. You are in direct violation of Code 5, Section 103, interstellar piracy. Prepare to be boarded or die."
I put him on mute, and I, over the comms, tell Malachi what just got told to me.
Oh, shit. All right.
Okay.
What are we doing, boss?
I come out to the bridge.
Are you still in your underwear?
Naked.
Like
all
wrapped. All wrapped. So the drow comes walking out. He's wearing a loincloth. He's all wrapped in bandages, taping himself up from the fight. And he just looks, like I'm too old for this shit, basically.
Yeah.
Sutra,
can you open the comm up? Do we have visuals with these people? Or is it just a comm?
You can see he's on screen.
Oh, okay.
You can see him on screen. He's muted, and he just seems to be getting angrier and angrier. You figure any second now he's probably going to just open fire.
Unmute
I unmute it and let him talk.
It's just a tirade of abuse. Unidentified ship. This is Vesk Fighter 105. You are in direct contravention of orders. Stand down and prepare to be boarded or die.
Who dares? What's your name? Who dares bother me at this time when I'm trying to heal up after a battle?
And you did ask for visual comms, and you see the face kind of like pull back. Well, the helmet kind of pull back. It's like,
and at the same time, I'm like calling for a Zoran. Come here.
And then you just hear, Drow.
Zoran, come here.
And then he opens fire.
Do you know do you know this fool?
So, yes, because all Vesk, there's literally billions of them, and
they all know each other.
Yeah,
Right?
he's my cousin from a brother, twice removed, 4 times removed,
That's
17 times removed. I don't fucking know.
No, I just look. Do you know this guy?
Yeah.
There's literally billions of them.
Pull this finger out of the sky.
I probably did the most racial thing. They all look the same to me.
So he opens fire on you. Let's see.
I blame Mickey for this.
We need a new ship already.
Oh, that's what it is.
Mickey's fault.
No,
How is it not?
we're gonna get blown.
The guy literally saw Mickey and was like, die, drow, essentially.
Yeah, that is exactly what he did. So, does a 19 hit your ship?
AC?
Yes.
No.
So you see the ship to your starboard, or I'm sorry, to your port rear, open fire with his light plasma cannons. And they sail past you. Looks like they were more a shot across the bow than anything else, but he's definitely coming in to kill you. So I need initiative from the pilot.
Well, that's great. We're going last. I rolled a nat 1.
And I rolled
On first, right?
I rolled a 19.
It's actually good.
So they'll go last. You go first.
Oh, that's right.
And first things first, though, just as a reminder of.
Now, how do I turn? Because I'm trying to turn the hog, and it's. Oh, now, yeah, it's not turning. It acts like it is, but it doesn't turn.
Grab the tail. You see how there's a little tail? Grab the tail part and spin it.
Yeah, but I'm trying, and it's not actually showing it spinning on the screen. And
oh, I know what's wrong.
Oh, you might have
it's that stupid shield that I put on there. Hold on. As cool as that looks, it's a real problem. Now try.
oh yeah, now I gotcha. Yeah, because it matters which way we're facing for the gunners.
Yep.
Different arcs.
As much as I love those shields, I need to. I can do it next time because I make those the bottom instead of the
Instead of the top.
Instead of the top.
Gotcha. All right. So now I know where we're at.
So who goes first in the order? Isn't it the engineer?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the engineer.
Yeah. I just had that thing up too.
Engineer the hell out of that.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use divert, and you can divert auxiliary power to one of your starship systems. The dice check is 10 plus half your
tier.
It says 10 plus 1 times ship's tier.
Yeah, so 10 plus 4, so it's a 14 tier. Because it's a tier. I'm sorry, tier 5, so 15.
15? Do that.
And what are you diverting your systems to? What are you diverting excess power to? To. Okay, so if we look at divert.
What it does is all the ones that you roll turn into 2s.
Oh, nice. Did you hear that, Jameson?
Yes.
All ones you roll.
I don't think Jameson rolls ones.
I mean, he very rarely does. You're right.
You get it?
Yep, and you made your check, just barely.
What? Hey Nate, what book
I
is
rolled a
this
4.
stuff in?
What book is what stuff in?
Like the ship actions and stuff like that.
It's in the core rulebook. If you go to Starships,
I gotcha.
Starship Combat.
Yeah.
Or if you go to the Discord and you go to the pin things, Mickey pinned the Starship roll card.
Mickey did pin the Starship roll card that'll have all the rolls in there, too. I've got that open. Also, you can go to the SRD, and the SRD should have...
Under downloads, they have a whole thing. You can pick whatever type of card file, whatever it is. All the files, or the PDF files are there.
Yeah, but you also... I mean, they also have, like, how the rounds and stuff go, all that stuff.
It goes engineer, helm, and gunnery.
Yep. So he did engineering. He diverted power to the weapons.
Remember, you go at any time.
Yeah.
Right, but the way that he acts... Well, but here's the thing. You go at any time unless you choose that you want to be the science officer for that turn.
Okay.
Because the science officer can do things like help target individual systems. Yeah. There's a lot of things the science officer can do that I'll allow you as the captain to sub in on, since you don't currently have a science officer. Does that make sense?
Well, I was kind of subbing too.
Yeah,
right. The two of you together can do that. But what's nice is...
But we can't do two things at the same time. Like, I can't be an engineer and a science officer that turn.
Right, exactly. So, like, since you did engineering this round, you can't then do science officer stuff. Because you've already spent you're spending this entire combat round diverting energy to the weapon systems. You can't then, in the middle of doing that, turn and try to target the enemy's weapon systems, right? Somebody else needs to do that, because it takes all of your energy just to get that extra power diverted. Because it's not, your ships aren't actually made to do that. You're making it do that.
Yep.
All right. So the helm phase now, and Tony, what are you doing?
We were moving, so I can't just do a dead turn. So we have a speed of 10.
Mm-hmm.
How many does it take to turn this bastard?
I believe you have a turn rating of 2.
2.
So we have to move forward 2 to turn a 90?
Yes.
You have to move forward 2 to turn a 60.
Turn on the hex.
To go here.
Hex is, so you turn on the hex.
If we're going like this, if we're going, say, like this,
you have to turn the next one.
Yeah, I could turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you do that, you'll be facing
that direction
down.
Okay.
Does that make sense? If you go to here and you turn, you'll be like that.
Okay, so I can turn.
Does that make sense? You can do that.
Yeah. Then 2 more.
And you can turn 1 more. Yeah. Does it make sense?
And 2 more. And we'd have 1 more square hex, right? 1, 2, 3.
Tell me when it's a gunnery phase. I'm going to go during the gunnery phase.
Oh, it's going to be right after this.
Okay, yep. Then I'm going to go then.
Well, he's not done yet.
I'm just...
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. We only have to go 2 to turn, so we could turn here. 2.
You started out here, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn.
Yeah, but I'm trying to line up, and put him like.
You can be right here facing all of the. Oh, let's see what you're saying. You could be right there, and you would be now. You would be facing
that way.
Like that.
Oh, okay.
You could be facing like that. And then your forward cannon both of these guys are in your forward arc. Does that make sense? However, remember, they're going to move before you get to move.
Yeah. That's all right, because I can move up to and turn depending on where they're at. I got this.
Now, you know that they're much more maneuverable.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, like.
Well, we've got what do we have? We have the 2 cannons on the front, and we have 2 turrets. The turret can go 360, right?
Yes, correct.
So when it does hit our gunnery phase, we still have an option to shoot. Now, how far do those light particles shoot? Does anybody have that?
Light particle. Ooh, it's got some range on it, if I remember correctly.
How big is each hex? 500 feet?
It's 500 square meters or something like that. But your weapons are measured in terms of hexes.
Yeah.
So I think you've got I think all of your weapons except maybe your plasma stuff is.
I think the light EMP is the closest.
Yeah. But it's designed. It's literally the light EMP doesn't do damage. It just shuts the system off.
Yeah.
And that's actually what I was going.
All right, so you've
Now
moved.
it's their turn to move.
Now it's their turn to move.
We need video game sounds like.
I got a few.
This one appears to be bobbing and weaving on you.
To board this shit, aren't they?
Huh?
Are they trying to try and board this shit?
No, they're trying to kill you now.
There we go.
Yeah. So as you see, one he comes strafing straight in at you. He's going to do a near pass on your port side. The other one seems to be bobbing and weaving as he starts firing at you while he's doing like a zigzag pattern in front of you. And that's it for the helm phase. Now it's the gunnery phase, and we're both going to go at the same time. So
Fire, guys.
Before that happens, though, I am going to do my thing, and I'm going to do a taunt. And I am going to taunt the other ship captains, both of them, over the comms.
Mm-hmm.
Where is... What's that? I'm trying to find.
I got to remember what taunt does.
It's basically, if I make my intimidate check, they get minuses to all their gunnery rolls and stuff like that. For 1 to 4 turns.
Okay, make your check.
16. Wait, is that? No, never mind. 18. And then
We just missed them with our forward arc.
and its DC is 15 plus 1.5 times the ship's tier. If you are successful, each enemy character acting during the selected phase will take -2 to all checks for 1 to 4 rounds.
Nice job. You nailed it.
Okay.
You just got it. You just barely managed to get them. So they're going to take -2 to everything?
Hold on. The penalty increases to -4 if the enemy's check is made as part of a push action. So I don't think it was right. So yeah. So that's -2 for 1 to 4 rounds. 4 rounds.
So for the next 4 rounds, they're at -2 to hit. All right, cool. So,
I'm like, I told you I had a best dignitary before you hung up on me. If you attack our ship, we will destroy you. And I give a wink to Zoran when I say that.
you see the pilot that had been talking to you is just in like a frothing rage, which is why he's having a hard time control. He's just blasting away like mad. The other one looks a little bit like he's not entirely sure, but he also can't like blatantly ignore the orders of his superiors, so he comes in a little bit more hesitant as he fires on you. Subtract 2 from that, so it's a 28. Does a 28 hit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the first shot is the guy that's just raging at you. It doesn't even matter that you've made him recklessly angry. He just lets loose with an absolute fusillade of light plasma blasts. His companion also, I believe, hits, right? 25.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. And each one. Okay. First one does 15 damage. This is gonna be on your it's from this.
Our port side?
It's from that guy, so it's gonna be your
starboard side.
he's actually gonna be shooting at your, I think he's still shooting at your forward shields.
It is, yeah, you're right.
And this guy is gonna be actually shooting at your starboard shields. So your fore and your starboard shields. Okay. So the first one took 15 damage to your forward shield, and then port, not starboard, port. Yeah. Sorry,
it's port. Yeah,
you were right. And that, oh my god, 23 damage to your port shields, to your port side. So if that wipes your shields out completely, the excess goes over to your hull.
No, we still have 17 left on our port and 25 on our forward.
That's right. You've got 40 shields. Mm-hmm. So they just start blazing away at your shields. Now it is, you guys go ahead and because this actually all happens at the same time. So as they're blazing away, digging and zagging, shots make it past. They're just pummeling your shields. You return fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So. I can shoot.
You can shoot with the turret, so that means you get the light particle.
Yeah, I was just going to. Okay, so. Well, no, actually, what I was considering is by shooting them with the light EMP cannon, because disable them, and then that disables their one out.
It's on the forward arc, dude. It's this square. It's this hex.
Well, I can still hit.
You can't hit this one because it goes in a line. This shows you how everything goes.
Okay, so
that's pretty sure.
I think this guy might be. You might be able to hit him with your.
I thought it was just like the character sheet showed, and it was this one, and it cut up through the center of this one, and didn't hit this one at all, but hit this one.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably. Yeah, he might be just outside of it.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Just do the turret and hit this guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the turret to hit that guy right there.
He's hitting.
All right. So you unleash with the you're using your light plasma turret?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. No way. I would be mad, but not really. Okay. 28 to hit.
That hits. And just so you remember, what you see is the forward and aft shields. I can't, unfortunately, like I said, unfortunately, I cannot show you port and starboard with these models.
16.
16 damage.
Yes.
And that's going to be, you're going to be hitting him in the starboard shield, right?
Yes.
All right, and that's it for you, right?
Yeah. Can I shoot the other one, or I can only shoot one top? Only one.
Yeah.
Gun, right.
Let me double check that.
Get the food.
Sorry about that.
That's it. Make you that food.
Yeah, you would need different people to use different. Whoa, you have a duo node computer, so I believe you can actually shoot a second weapon with that computer. I'm looking up the computer.
If you can, do the same guy in the same spot.
Oh, yeah.
Destroy his fucking stuff. Shield. The other guy is too far away.
Yeah, you guys can freely switch between roles, but that must occur at the start of a round, and you're locked into that role for the rest of the round.
So that's it?
Hold on, I'm looking.
Oh.
You could fire at will. Okay, so if you go that cheat sheet that's linked in I forgot about that.
Uh-oh.
That cheat sheet, you can fire at will, and that would let you fire 2 weapons. Otherwise, you can't. So you're done for the round, and it's
Okay.
we're gonna start a new round now. So I need initiative from Tony, and I will roll mine as well.
Hey, Yoni.
Well, that's not very good.
Damn it, Yoni.
17.
You win, so you'll go last.
Next level, we'll get the cool 6th level orders we can use.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's their movement. What are you doing, Tony?
Okay.
So they look like they're trying to swirl around you. They both zoom past you, and they're both like whipping their ship back around. As you
So they go first or we go first?
They went first. Now Tony gets to move.
Sweet!
Wait, did I get skipped?
Oh, engineering phase. I'm sorry, I did. Yes. What do you do?
Let him go, because I'm trying to figure out which way I can move here.
Yep, that's okay. Go ahead. Suture. Not Suture. Slurm. It's engineering phase. What are you going to do?
Last time, did we?
Say that again.
We didn't get hit, did we?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yes. 2 good hits.
You got hit on your forward shields and your port shields. You took, what was that? 15 damage to the fore shields and 23 to the aft, or to the port.
Let me go ahead and divert to the aft shield. to make sure that it does not
To the-
fall apart.
That's not how it works. You divert power to the shields. You will restore 5% of your power core, and it will be distributed evenly amongst all your shields.
What if the shields are fully healed?
Then it just goes to the 2 that are damaged, and it gets distributed evenly amongst those.
I hit it for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
what
So,
is the percentage?
Where is your ship? There's the missus. Pop her out. If we look at her character sheet, her PCU is 250.
5% of that would be
Why is-
4.
Say that again.
That would be, you said it's 250?
Yes, and 5% of that's going to be 5. No, 25.
25.
No, that doesn't seem right. Hold on, let's double check the math again.
Kevin's like, repair the front shields and keep them in front of you.
Or did we lose them?
Shields, 5% of the PCU rating of the starship's power core.
What's up, man?
Yeah, okay, so it is 5%. So it's 25, and you split that between
Busy
both
tonight?
shields, so you're going to restore 12 to each, and the extra 1 left over goes to your forward shields.
Gotcha. So basically from the deep bowels of engineering, like you already know that I took over that area, so it's dark and musty with a faint fog that rolls through it, and the occasional spark goes off too. Like it's
I'm sorry. You restore 12 and 12 total, 6 to each.
gotcha.
Darn.
I can't math very good sometimes.
Oh well, it's something.
I was giving you 20%.
Next time I'll buff you next time. I'm gonna try to give you a +4 to that roll.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He got the roll. It won't
Roll's
change.
fine. It's
Oh,
I just
I got the 5% of the PCU wrong.
All right.
5% of 250 is only 12.
No,
Not
I
25.
was wondering if there was anything if it went over, it added more. So
No.
like 5
Yeah.
over.
It's done. Call it a flip and burn. And I should.
that's the bad part. It's just the
Or heck,
if
you'll be able to shoot with.
Yeah, this isn't like D20 modded where you can self-heal. Well, I mean, there are things that you can get that will self-heal, like where... Anyway, you know what I mean.
Just trust.
Yeah, I'm about to get an ability that does that.
It'll set you up
Immediately,
to
personally.
this guy with the fucking head.
It's a Solarian ability. And
I-
most of those abilities take result for the hit points, like stuff like that. Easy takes
That's our big
resolve for personal. I don't know about ships and shit like that. So, I'm gonna go.
I really like...
I'm gonna go on gunnery phase again too.
that's pilot phase now.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to go on gunnery phase. Yeah, we're waiting for...
All right, you ready
Yep.
for the pilot? I want to do a stunt. I want to do a flip and burn. It'll put me in this hex, but
Mhm.
I'll be turned around 180.
Okay. Give me your pilot check.
Good. Nice. It's 12. That's a 27.
27.
Yeah.
You nail it. You pull it off perfectly. So,
You
as you see them turning behind you, you just boost forward, and literally just flip the ship on its ass. You guys feel a momentary sense of intense weight as your inertial dampeners briefly struggle with the sudden flip of your ship. It just feels like you're being pressed into the floor, if that makes any sense, right? It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. You feel that momentarily pressure, like weight pressing you down into the floor, as your ship flips completely over, and he guns it straight for him, like he's just gonna sail right down the teeth of these guys. So that was it for the piloting phase. Now we move to the gunnery phase. And this is all going to happen at the same time. So this time I'll let you guys go first. Malachi, you said you were going to act during the gunnery phase?
And, I don't care if you mouth breathe or not. I want you to hit those fools. I'm doing demand. Intimidate check on him. Let me see.
Malachi is just berating the crap out of Zoran as he frantically mans the controls.
21. It's a DC is 15 plus 1.5. I think it's 1.5 ships. Our ship tier.
Your tier is 5, so 1.5 times your tier is 8. You needed an 18. You made it.
Okay. Oh no, 23.
Right. You needed an 18.
No, it's base 15. 15 plus 8.
Oh.
I need
You're
23
right.
to get it.
Yep,
it's a base
you didn't
15,
make it.
Not a base of 10.
Okay, so you don't make it. So he does. It fails to impress Zoran.
All
right. Zoran, yet again, he's nattering in your ear. He's nattering in your ear. Huh?
Does Mickey get close like he normally does?
I'm sitting in the captain's chair in a loincloth.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to say, if you got close, I was going to turn to you and breathe on you.
I just love that. Mickey, your ship currently doesn't have a captain's chair. You're actually standing in the bridge, just standing in the bridge, shouting orders at them.
I've got a chair.
If you go, man, that's the one thing that's sad about. The one thing that I'm sad about with Roll20 is that I can't have you in 2 maps at the same time.
Well, we can though. If we look at misses, I think we can. Right? I think we can.
Oh yeah, you can look at the misses.
Yeah.
So if you look at that's right, because it's under bio and info. Yeah. If you look at the bridge itself, it doesn't. There's 3 consoles in that center one. I guess you could say that's the captain's chair, but it looks more like the pilot's chair.
Yeah.
And I had Slurm sitting in it.
It definitely is. So I have to find my own.
Oh, I'm not sitting in it.
That's fine.
Not Slurm, Suture. I will eventually stop calling you two by the wrong names. You're both S names, man.
And we're both little guys.
And you're both little guys. I need Zoran to roll his attack.
Go. Okay, so I want to fire at will, I guess it is.
And you want to use the heavy laser cannon because the one guy is in.
Actually, the other guy, I could actually possibly even use the EMP.
I don't know what the distance is on the EMP or that.
Alright, how do you look up the distance for the EMP?
You have to look that
up. But you're gonna fire at will?
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna be -4 to both attacks.
Okay.
Let me go. And you're looking up the EMP gun?
Yeah, the EMP cannon. Range short, is what it tells me.
There you go.
That actually does tell you how. Range short 5 hexes, medium 10, long 20. There's just 3 ranges. That's it. 5, 10, 20.
So, okay, so it's 5 hexes.
How far away are they?
One of them's only 5 hexes away.
Oh, isn't that great?
Shoot.
So I will be using the light EMP cannon.
Okay, so the way that this works is, you're gonna scramble one. Let's see. If you hit, we'll randomly determine a system on the ship that gets scrambled and starts glitching.
Like It'll help.
However, their shields are still functioning, and you would know this. So until you take down their shields, the EMP will be useless.
God damn. Okay, fuck it.
So think of it. It's just like Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah.
That EMP cannon I gave to you. So if you want to, like, if you were to try to capture a ship, what you would do is you would blast away at it until you punch a hole in its shields, and then you'd start hitting it with your EMP cannon to disable it. Does that make sense?
All right. So okay. Heavy laser cannon on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the light particle beams on that guy.
Okay.
There he said -4.
So you do the flip and burn maneuver, and you hear Zoran just lets loose with a full fusillade from both forward guns, trying to target both ships.
All right, for the first one, I'll through 21.
Thank you.
Right, guys, on 2.
Alright, so the first one's 21, and that's the heavy particle.
No, it's a heavy laser.
Heavy laser, whatever.
21 hits.
Alright, and then the light particle is 14 plus 5 is 12.
14 plus 5?
Yeah, 19. 19.
19 hits. So you hit each one. You're going to nail them both in the forward shields. So which one's getting the heavy laser cannon?
The one directly in front of us.
Yeah, the one directly in front of us should be that guy.
All right, cool.
Steve, are you playing Galca again?
No, I'm doing this one.
Yeah.
So Mickey's playing Galca.
He's making sound effects. So how much damage did you do?
For the heavy, damage is 13. And then the light particle, 16 for the light particle.
You said 16?
Yeah, 16 for the light particle.
And you just land 2 solid blows on their shields.
The only sound effects Jameson makes are grunts and farts.
Yeah.
And that was it for the gunnery phase. You guys don't have a science officer. New round, initiatives.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, so you guys are going to get to go last again.
I'm
Nice.
going to go during the engineering phase this time.
Okay, cool. So engineering phase. Oh, I forgot to do my gunnery. Hold on. No. They are going to take their shots. We'll still keep the initiatives we rolled. And they're still taking the minuses for so. So the guy directly in front of you that just got blasted with the heavy laser cannon, his sensors briefly white out from the massive laser fire, and his shots go wide. The other guy coming in at an oblique angle, bam, 26 AC.
That hits.
He manages to make his shot. That's the guy that's furious. Apparently, that fury is working for him. 14 damage to your forward shields. All right, so that is.
Our forward shield's down to 11.
All right, so that's the end of the round, and now it is the engineering phase of the next round.
Our
So,
shields are
your
Our
starboard.
starboard and aft are at 40 each. Our ports at 17. Our forwards at 11. Can we open them up?
Hold on, we're doing engineering first. So engineering phase.
Actually,
Can you even them out?
saying, Mickey, you should go during the science officer phase. And I'm going to do the, I can heal him.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Can heal him, and you can distribute them.
Yeah, he has a point there. Do you want to do that, Mickey?
Yeah.
Okay. Since we haven't, we're still just starting. So you're gonna take the science officer position. And what do you need
Of
to do
computer
there?
use, though.
So we're going to do the balance part.
Yes. How's your
Reuse
computer use? That doesn't sound good. On a positive note, you only need to make an 18. Do you want to do the engineering and?
I turned the off button off on the whole ship.
Don't do that, Jesus.
No, but
Okay.
I did just fucking
So-
roll one on my computers.
Going to do the science
Did
officer.
nothing.
Well, but the science officer turn hasn't come yet.
Oh, okay.
We're still in the engineering
You're
phase.
right, you're right.
So don't worry about that you rolled, you lucky son of a bitch. So Steve, I need you to make your engineering check to divert power to the shields.
Got it.
Yes, you did. I think you get it before you even roll. So your shields are just taking an absolute beating, and you're pouring as much power as you can spare into them, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. So, but 12 points back to your shields spread evenly across both of them, so 6 to each. And
12 back.
12 total, but spread evenly across all shields that have been damaged. So,
Alright, look at something.
yeah. Is computer one of the skills?
That's okay. No. Oh, I'll do you try to get a moment.
It was a good try, Mickey. It was a good try. All right, so that was the engineering phase. Up next is I believe the pilot phase now. Yeah, and they're gonna go first. So.
They move first then.
This guy is gonna do something pretty tricky. Oh, perfect. Yes. Yes. So. This guy as he's coming forward, and you hit him with your your cannon. All of a sudden, you see his forward thrusters just burn hard, and then he just hard ass pulls back of like 5 whole hexes. And that's it for them. What are you gonna do? You did a flip and burn. They don't want to make it easy for you now.
What do you think about doing a hard right turn and keeping that starboard side to both of their, both to that side, and then we can use up front,
And then you want to try to do like sort of like a classic. You're gonna, I see what you're saying. You're gonna try to keep them on your starboard side.
Yeah, at least for the one that shoots down below, and then we can fire upon that one, and they can chase the other one, get right behind, and chase the other one down.
I think we do need to focus on one, though. Like, if we have multiple shots, let's try to knock one of them out.
Yeah, I can move 6, and we can shoot straight at this one. We go second, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You move last.
Yeah. So we'll move into that position and try to shoot this one with everything.
All right. So it's the gunnery phase now. I'll let you guys go first, and then I'll go.
Alright, so this time all weapons will be fired at the guy directly in front of us, obviously.
Okay.
Heavy cannon, we'll be firing at will, a heavy laser, and 1 light particle.
Got it.
Shoot it. Which one's first?
It's going to be heavy laser first, and then it's going to be the light particle. 18.
18 misses.
And then 22.
22 hits. So as you fire the heavy laser cannon, his ship like slews out of the way at just the last second, and literally just the last second, and it just grazes right by his shields. But that, as he slews to the side, that puts him right in line with your light particle cannon. He wasn't expecting a sudden volley from those right after the heavy laser, and it just drills into his forward shields.
10 damage.
10 damage. All right, and his forward shields are looking weaker and weaker. And then they go. This is still that same furious Vesk that Mickey insulted.
And I think this was a 4th run, I think, right? Or something like
yes.
That. I don't think they don't need the minuses anymore to their attacks. I don't know if this. So.
Oh, okay.
Wait, have they shot yet?
They're getting ready to right now. This is the last round. This is the last round that they get the minus.
Yeah.
All right. So first he fires, and he hits. And he hits for 14 damage.
On which shield?
Right into the forward. Well, from where he is, he's going to hit your forward shield.
Oh god, we're down to 3 on the forward.
Because you guys are actually like that, yeah. And then from behind, you catch on the scanners a sudden bright flash, and you see this little pinprick moving. It's almost slow at first, and then it starts to pick up speed and possibly fast, and then it starts zooming straight for your tailpipe.
Please roll low.
Oh! Does a 12 TL hit you?
No.
All right, awesome. You
Nice.
at the last second, you manage to hit a couple of buttons and frantically scramble your ship's anti-IFF systems, and you see on your holographic display as a nuke missile sails off harmlessly into space. You all breathe a sigh of relief. Whew, that was close. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. I need to go refill my drink. You guys go ahead and use the restroom or whatnot. We'll be back in, say, like 5 minutes. Is that gonna be all right?
Sounds good, dude.
Sounds good.
You heard me, Mickey.
What?
Get into it.
Oh, yeah. Nice job.
You heard him, Mickey.
Gross.
Steve likes his photon torpedo.
BRB.
No BRB. And Steve's always BRBing. Mitchell. I can't wait till I move in. Because live stream.
Look, I know Tony's there, but I miss our cuddles.
I know you miss our cuddles too, Mickey.
I think
But it's just the idea that
when your beard kind of just like you kind of pressing like a scoop over all those games, and both our whiskers just kind of tangled up to each other.
wait, hold on, wait, Mickey. You don't have facial hair. You draw yours on. I've seen it before.
You said you were going to tell me.
Whatever.
That's the.
Remember, man, fingers behind the back are always crossed.
How's the beard looking?
Looking good.
I saw you got
gotta
the
wait.
video card on.
Video card's on, yep. Just gotta wait a couple more days for some fittings and other items that we weren't sent or we didn't know we needed. But we should be able to complete it Wednesday. I'll be coming over on Wednesday.
You need to come over and see my final everything. Like the sound system came in, so I got to do everything. I got everything. I still gotta go back in and fix my plus, whatever
I have returned.
Yep. Wednesday, I'll have it all fixed up. You should just come out Wednesday and, just watch the awakening of Gang.
I work, dude. I work.
Wednesday, where?
Here at Tony's.
I'll come out.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll. Hopefully.
I will watch the birth of a new computer. It's always a good thing to see. Are you guys? Is everybody back?
Steve is BRB.
Okay. Well, I did say 5 minutes. It's been like 3 so. So, how are we liking space combat so far? Good, yeah?
It's fun.
Why isn't your ship's shields?
I'm back.
Tony's keeping track of it on
your character sheet. Yeah, it's showing up right on your character sheet, but your icon, it just keeps... Well, no, like right now it says you have 10 of 10 for your fore and aft shields.
Oh, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Doesn't matter. I mean, I see it. I do see it on your sheet. You've got 3 forward shields and 23 port shields. Is that what I see correctly?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the math on here is just wonky.
It's actually just the icon, and it's probably because of what I told it to display.
Steve Hoskins back.
I'm back.
Oh, Steve Boss is back. What's up, Boss?
Oh, yep. I figured it out. I figured out what was wrong. There's 2 different There we go. Now it looks right.
Yay!
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 There's 2 different entries for fore and aft shields, and I had picked the wrong ones. All right, so Steve, you're back, right?
Yep.
All right. So I believe we just finished that round of combat. So now we're gonna do another round of combat. I need a pilot check from you, Tony.
I hear random wrong.
Pilot check over 27.
All right, so you're gonna get to go last. You've won the roll.
Yay! Is that a roaming Ron I hear?
Yeah, Ron said, I said, you know, we're looking for a science officer. This is how it goes.
Is it how it goes?
That's the way he goes.
Mickey, you've rubbed up on Tony. He's walking around the house skivvies again.
No, I just put pants on. I had to take the others off.
You missed it, Mickey. You missed it.
Can't wear two pairs of pants.
Place cold.
Is it raining hard over there?
Not really hard, but it's still going steady.
Yeah.
It's raining pretty good here, man. It's backyard with flood.
It's got a flash flood warning everywhere.
So the one that was behind you has zoomed around, sort of dog-legged far left, and has come up behind you. Is coming up alongside your port side. The other one has looped around and looks like it's getting ready to try to come in at your starboard side. What are you gonna do, Tony?
Tony, he's downstairs. Tony, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot engineering phase again. Really, I feel like
I'm actually going to go on the science officers.
Are you going to try to balance the shields?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yes.
Let me see when. Let me see. That might. Let me see when the science officer goes.
The helm stage, along with the pilot and the.
Okay, so you can go ahead now and go.
Bro.
Go, Steve, go! Go, Steve, go!
I'm like only using 30% on that. Of those, yes.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, go ahead and act before. Since Tony was out of the room.
No, he's back. I'm back now.
All right. Do you want Slurm to balance the shields before you pilot, or before you move, or after?
And we're going second.
Yeah, it's a.
I've already moved my guys. Now you could.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll roll.
So shields, baby.
This is
balance the
computer
shields.
use, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's computer use. 10 plus 1.5 times your tier, so a total of 18 you need to beat.
I'm also going to do my diplomacy of 15 to
Damn it.
add +2 I need to courage.
Which would give him...
+2.
Enough.
26, I add +2.
Yeah, that still wouldn't be enough. Your ship is just taking so much of a pounding, you can't quite manage to balance the shields. Everything is rocking so bad. The sparks, smoke is blowing at you. Your forward shield systems are about to overload completely. You aren't able to balance the shields effectively with everything that's going on right now. Even with the help from Malachi. So go ahead and move, Tony. Wow.
Jesus.
Your forward shields are fading. You can see them flickering in and out of existence as you speak.
We're about to die.
You're not about to die. Because he gets to move. He gets to move next, so he can turn himself so that you guys.
Complete starboard side though, so it's facing.
Yeah, he can present your starboard shields and protect that.
Well, then I can turn 60, so I'm gonna end up in this hex turned like this.
No, face one
With
more.
our strongest shields facing.
Yeah, that gives him 4 aft and starboard shields facing. So your two least damaged shields are facing both your enemies. That's actually a good place for him to be.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
All right. So that was it. Is that it for your piloting?
Yeah, that's all I can do really, and hope that we can gun them down before they zip around us and stuff.
All right. So it's gunnery phase now.
Yay!
Jameson?
What am I supposed to shoot? Okay, right.
You have an aft gun? No, you don't have an aft gun. You've got a turret gun.
Okay, just.
And I think your starboard. Don't you have a starboard arc weapon?
No, we only have the 2 on the front and the 2 on the turrets.
Oh, you got 2 turret weapons. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I just need your 2 turrets to hit the one far away. Keep hitting that forward shield, man. It's almost done.
Yeah, you got 2. You got. No. Well, what's the range on the light particle beam? Isn't that?
It's short. It's 5.
It's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even think you can fire the light particle. If I remember correctly, the light particle beam can't even fire outside of its range. If you can, it's just -2. I want to look that up because I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you wrong.
This Jameson. How do you feel about this shot?
Strange increment.
Light particle beam is medium.
Is it a particle beam or a particle cannon?
It says light particle beam. EMP cannon is the only cannon that we got.
Yeah, you're right. It is medium. I don't know why I thought it was. It must have been the EMP cannon that's short.
Maybe later.
Yep. You can totally hit him.
Hit him.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to shoot the guy behind this. Let's see, how far is medium? You said medium's 10?
Yeah, you're within range. He's only 8 hexes away.
So
Only 8 hexes away.
only 8 hexes away.
You can hit them both.
Well, because I can't see. I don't know what the other one's life is.
That's 4 kilometers. He's 4 kilometers off your starboard bow.
Yeah, shoot him with all we got.
Yeah, but that's planned full fire. Okay.
I love that
guy.
You're gonna shoot that guy, not the other guy?
Well, what's that guy?
Shoot the one that's damaged already.
You can't see this guy's stats at all.
Shoot this guy.
Shoot the guy's front shield with 2 turret guns.
I'm sorry.
Take one out, or else we're gonna get killed.
Well, no, I know that, but okay. So
Yeah, shoot the guy down at the bottom.
yeah, we will shoot this guy down here.
That's the one that you've been shooting at.
Okay.
That's what I was.
We'll shoot that guy. 2 light particles.
That's the really angry one that was on your screen. Just so you know.
All right. So 19 and 23.
Hit.
Bam.
Does that include your -4 for doing a?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So both hit. So your turrets turn on your ship. Yeah, and a fusillade of shots starts spraying in front of the shields. Huh?
12 for the first one.
Feel good. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
14 for the second one.
Hold on.
Nice.
All right, so the first spray of shots from your top turret, the upper turret, blasts through the shields, and one final shot manages to even clip the hull and graze it. You can see a little bit of paint and armor like sort of bubble away. The second shot you said was how much damage?
14.
Okay, so
What I imagine is we hear that sweet sound that everything hears, reverberating through the ship, which is the sound of an enemy ship getting clipped by a bullet.
well, I mean, it's not quite like that because there's not really sound in space. I mean, you hear the sound of your ship getting hit, but you don't really hear the other ship getting hit so much.
Yeah.
You hear your ship firing. Yeah, and the second fusillade from the bottom turret, it just pounds right through the shields, where the first turret had opened a hole and just starts tearing across the hull. You did 14 damage. I need to double check and see if that goes past the.
Dude, watch, it's awesome.
His you beat his critical threshold. So let me look at damage here.
See what we critically hit. That'd be awesome. Hey, are you
Systems.
Are you putting up the big?
Hold on. Threshold.
Yeah.
Who's got the candy? You gotta share.
You want some?
What do you got?
I got banana chips.
All right. I need Jameson, Zoran. I need you to roll a percentage for me.
Okay, hold on.
We're gonna find out what you do to the ship when you hit a critical system.
Cool.
That fuse. Yeah.
70.
Oh.
Steve, I'll take one of your banana chips. Hold on.
All right. Tom, come here. I got some candy to test. It's spicy Skittles. Sweet tea. 3 flavors with a spicy Skittles.
I don't know about those now. Just don't stick to these banana chips.
I'll bring over some tomorrow.
Thanks,
What are you
Kate.
talking about? What? I'm bringing them over some tomorrow.
You had some last week, and I didn't even try them last week.
It's all the same spicy Skittles. Spicy Skittles.
Are they the same pack?
Um.
I don't put it past you, Mickey. What do you got?
Trying to see what looks good with this. Yeah, we'll do that one. your second fusillade tears right through the hole in the shields the first one made, and it grazes the engines, and you can see that one of the engines has started to fire incorrectly, and he's beginning to have trouble maneuvering, as you have damaged his engines. So that was gunnery for you. Now they get to do their gunnery. The guy behind you, he lets go with a. Oh, he's no longer at -2. He lets go with a fusillade from his plasma cannon, and he hits right up your ass. He hits your aft shields for 13 points damage. As a spray of plasma fire rakes across your aft shields. The guy whose engines you just disrupted.
How much on our aft?
13. The guy whose engines you just took out crit on his shot. Yeah, I gotta determine.
Or I'll say something.
Alright, so is it the helm turn again? I'm sorry.
Hold on. Oh, okay. So, gonna hurt. Okay.
Dude, it's supposed to rain all night and get even stronger.
Yeah, I'm worried about flooding, man.
There's literally a flood warning. Yeah. I got it on my phone. Following that spray across your aft shields, you now realize that was an intentional. They intentionally targeted your aft shields. They must be working together because sailing right up your pipe is another missile, and this time it's dead on, nails your engines, and detonates.
I'm in that room.
Yes.
Oh shit.
How much?
Yeah, you look fucking down there.
I will tell you in just a second.
Do we not have missiles? We don't have missiles.
Your shields take 18 damage. Your aft shields take 18 damage from the nuclear blast.
That's one higher than we have.
Alright, so 1 damage makes it through to your engine compartment. Your engine compartment has low radiation, so you need to make a fortitude save, Mr. Goblin Man. As your engine compartment gets washed with nuclear radiation. It even makes it through the radiation shielding. Unfortunately, I mean, that's what happens when you're at point blank range. The shields absorb most of it.
No, yeah. And luckily it's all wet and freaking damp down there anyway, so hopefully.
Yeah, it's a good thing he just used it. Oh man, that's just gonna heat up the urine. Ew.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I hope I pee like.
What's your fortitude save, Steve?
It is 18.
Nice job.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so you managed to not take any radiation damage.
Yay.
That's it for me on gunnery. So, new round.
Hold on.
Initiatives.
Did I go? Yeah, I did.
Guys, we're gonna die.
Well, one's crippled. You've only taken 1 point of hull damage. And I did crit. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, let's just keep to that side. We just gotta let them not get out.
Also, if you make your check, like remember that Steve just got bad. Just had bad luck trying to make his check to balance your shields.
The shields.
So you could have shields again shortly. Not a lot, but some. Let's see. That was. We're doing initiatives. That's what it is.
And just give a good initiative so we can let them move first.
So what'd you get for your initiative?
Rolled a 10.
Is that for your pilot check?
No, you need an initial. Oh, it's a pilot check.
It's always a pilot check. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay,
I thought you knew that. I apologize.
It's a 22.
Okay, so they actually beat you this time. Now remember, your starboard shields are still fully intact.
Yes, they are.
Also, we're going into the engineering phase. So that's the first phase. Steve, are you going to do engineering, or are you going to stick with? I'm sorry, your piloting check is too lower than that. You guys took damage to your engines. They're considered to be glitching.
So 20.
Okay, so we were on a 20.
Right, but where's your engine? Boop. I love that. That's awesome. So your shield, your engines are glitching, which means you're gonna take -2 to all piloting checks, until they're repaired. Now I was gonna say, do you want to do engineering stuff this round, or do you want to try to balance the shields?
I want to patch it, but I think I want to balance the shields before.
Okay, so
the shields.
we skip over the engineering phase, and we go straight to, unless Mickey wants to be an engineer this turn.
Or are you going to try to motivate again with your heavy?
Motivate, but I was going to try to give you a +4 to roll.
No, that's totally fine. Okay,
Either
so
that or do that intimidate thing again.
I can only do it once per combat, so I try. That's what I was trying to get us off early start.
we'll hop over to we'll hop straight over from engineering to the piloting phase. Now, the piloting phase. The science officer goes during the same phase. He can go before or after the pilot. It doesn't matter which. It's up to you guys.
You want to see how well? Yeah, there you go.
Another one.
All right, so you easily balance the shields. So go ahead and balance your shields. So finally, after taking a hit to the engines, you managed to balance the shields.
66 divided by 4.
Hey, the good news is, guys, remember, you've barely taken any damage to the hull. This is just your shields that have been getting battered.
You take down the one.
1600.
I just meant, I know it feels much more painful than it is, but it's not really. Like, you guys have only been getting your shields battered. Yeah, there you go. That looks a lot better all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're at like 16 and 17 on the ball.
Right, an extra goes to fore and aft when you balance your shields. Any extra that there would go to the forward and aft shields. Forward first, aft second. All right, so that's that. Tony, I need you to go ahead and move.
All right, where do we want to move? Jameson, what are you gonna goddamn gunnery? Well,
So
do we want to just sit still? They're going second anyways.
you want to try to stop on a dime and whip it around? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, we could do that again.
Yeah, I would at least face him.
All right, so
Go out as far as you can.
What do I need to do? Pilot check. Nate, pilot check.
Yeah, pilot check. Are you going to do a flip and burn?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a pilot check.
I end up in this hex and looked around. That's a 20.
20 will not make it.
God dang it. Now what happens?
You move forward at half speed, but you do not rotate. So your ass is still pointed towards them.
How much more forward can we go?
That's it. He's done. Because he failed his check. Hold on 1 second.
Got it.
Sorry about that. All right, I'm back. So, where were we?
That was end of piloting for us.
Oh, yeah, you guys. Okay. And then it's their turn.
Is he really still able to move that far, even though he's slowed? Well, that guy is. I thought.
No. His engines are glitching just like yours.
Okay.
So they're both coming in on your tail this time. And they're both going to fire.
Yeah, but
Hold on, Slurm.
Slurm is gonna take it up.
Incoming.
Feeling though, if my demise comes, then everybody will die.
Does a 22 hit your AC?
no.
All right, so the guy with the messed up engines fires, and his shots all sail wide. They both fire, and their shots sail wide.
Nice.
All right, so it is your turns.
Kill him, Jameson.
Alright, so I'm gonna shoot the bastard that I've been shooting at for the last how many other shots?
Yep.
Hold on. I'm gonna help him.
You're gonna try to encourage me with your heavy
Just
breathing
encourage,
again?
so just a +2. So yep, I made it so +2 to your attacks.
Alright, because we're firing at will, so that'll help.
All right.
Alright, 2 light particle beams.
Both turrets spit angry blue plasma shots at the incoming Vesk fighter.
21 for the first one.
Hits.
26 for the second one.
Hits. Roll damage.
First one is 11. Second one is 15.
And with that fusillade from those 2 turret blasts, you just tear this fighter apart, and it comes to pieces and explodes in a white-hot flash. You actually feel your ship shudder a little under the blast wave as that ship goes nuclear. The other ship behind you, seeing that, appears to become, now that pilot becomes enraged, or seems to become enraged, and just starts firing recklessly at you. It's a new round, and we're gonna do a new round of piloting checks.
So initiatives.
I'm pretty sure that Tony is gonna win.
I'll be going during this
No.
time, too. During their
13.
fighting phase.
What'd you get?
A 13.
And so did they. So
But you rolled a 1, though. Shouldn't that
yes.
count for...
So, Tony, what did you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Well, so we go at the same time.
Nice.
That's great.
Well, let's roll. Well, you know what? The best way to do this, roll again.
Yep.
We rolled the exact same thing. So I got a 17.
Oh, I got a 14. I rolled a 2.
All right, so you'll go first, and then I'll go. But recognize that the margin is practically nil. So I'll try to be nice when I move, and not be too blatantly.
He's so far straight up our
Well, I have a
ass.
question. Hold up before that. Because I did call it out to do my thing on my piloting, or help him with his piloting check.
Yes, help him with piloting.
Would that could be considered part of it then?
I will let you do that. Yes.
Alright, let me make my check first.
17 for my engineer check, too, by the way.
Need a 15.
Yep. So you actually won the initiative, so you'll go last.
3 17s. 3 17s.
He slews. It looks like he dog-legged wide left and is trying to come in on your starboard side.
Ooh-wee.
Alrighty, I rolled a 17 for engineer, so that gives the shields
12
5
total, split 4 ways, 3 each.
bit.
Hey, every little bit helps right now.
Yeah.
All right, that was the engineering phase. Now the gunnery phase.
The pilot phase.
Oh, no, we already did the pilot phase.
Well, no, we haven't moved yet. They moved. We haven't.
Oh, move. Go. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay. Now he's facing us now. I thought, did you not move?
I'm getting ready to move.
Oh, for a sec.
Yeah, I messed up when I said it was the gunnery phase. It's not. It's still the piloting phase.
You kind of just stayed there. that's a sign that you have kind of full shields on still, right?
To do that, Tony needs to make a pilot check to stop yourselves, because right now you're currently moving. To come to a dead stop, you would have to
There.
Perfect.
I started in this hex. I move up, 2, and turn, but I don't actually move.
Yeah, I understand. You kind of slewed around into the you did what is that well no I was thinking the Orville maneuver where you sort of you're sort of sliding on the nose around. All right. So that was the piloting phase.
Now
Steve did his engineering thing. Now it's gunnery. Zoran!
Yay! Yay! Look where I'm at.
Yeah, use that cannon.
Using that cannon. Fuck no. I'm using the fucking heavy laser.
That's what I'm saying, the heavy laser cannon.
Well, you could fire at will and use the heavy laser and the particle cannon.
Which is what I'm going to do. Fire at will. Mickey, are you going to,
Nope, he already helped with piloting.
This
okay.
That's how we were able to get in this position.
He set you up for a good shot.
Yeah.
Right. Alright. So, the first shot is a 21.
Hit.
Second shot is 23.
Is that heavy laser then light particle?
Yes.
Yep, hit.
Alright. Damage coming in from heavy laser.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna do a heavy laser at one of your turrets, right?
Yeah, the heavy laser and then the light particle. And so for the damage for that.
Oh, you're nailing him in the, ooh, that's, okay, how much damage did you do?
So for the heavy, it's 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Hold on. Okay, so here's a question. You get to choose. Do you want to do it to the forward shields or to the starboard shields?
Let's see here. This ship we shot.
Because the angle you're at, you can hit either.
Yeah, I think we shot this one on the starboard side because he hit our port earlier. So we're gonna shoot him on the starboard side.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's where we've been hitting him at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So starboard side for the house.
And how much damage did you do with the heavy laser?
20.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
And then... That's... 12.
12? Okay.
12 for the light particle.
And you tear through with the heavy laser cannon. You just about take out the starboard shields with the blast from the heavy laser cannon. And your fusillade from your light plasma turret manages to finally overload the starboard shields. And a few bolts punch through, and you can see it just taking chunks out of the side of the hull. But she seems to be holding. You seem to have just hit armor so far. And it's its turn now. And I don't think it can shoot you with its turret. Let me double check. Does it have turrets or does it have hull-mounted guns? No, it can't even shoot at you this time. You're outside of its firing arcs.
Yay!
Ooh, no, I'm sorry. It can fire at you. Hold on.
Is there a turret?
No. It's worse than that. Yes. Does a 21 TL hit you?
No.
It fires another one of those missiles, and you see it go out, and it tries to turn, but it just can't make the turn fast enough, and it sails off into the ether.
Yes, nice job.
That's it for this round. It's a new round. Let's go with the pilot checks.
25.
I nat 20'd my my piloting check.
Damn, beat us then. So we gotta move first.
Hey, at least I wasted it on piloting and not damage.
So are you gonna do engineering or science, Steve?
I'm actually going to do engineering, and I'm going to patch our system.
Right on. Right on. You gonna try to fix the engines?
Yep.
Beautiful. All right. So we move to the engineering phase. Steve, make your patch check.
So basically, you see me scrounging around, trying to fix all the leaks, and I pull.
Are you still huffing radiation? You're probably still huffing radiation.
Nice job.
I pull out one of my lucky pieces of tar gum stuff, which isn't really gum anymore, but it's like a nasty paste kind of thing. I spit it onto the hose to close it up.
Nice.
All right. You need what'd you get total?
Engineer check.
Oh yeah, okay. So he manages to do a quick patch job. You'll have to do more substantial repairs later, but for now, you've managed to duct tape and chicken wire the engines back to some semblance of normalcy. All of a sudden, Suture, you feel the ship responding like she's supposed to again. All that weird, janky sort of grindiness that you were feeling before when you were trying to fly her around, it's gone. She's flying smooth and clean again.
Yay.
Good job, Steve. You also no longer
Yeah.
suffer the -2 penalty to your pilot checks. However, your ship is still glitching. You just have suppressed that effect.
Yep.
So your engines are still damaged. They will still need repairs, but he's suppressed it for combat, which is great. All right, so that was it for the engineering phase. Piloting phase. Suture.
Can I move? They're gonna move, right?
Yeah, but you move. What are you doing?
Can I just move forward one and not hit them?
Yeah, you don't have to move your full 10 movement. You can just move 1 square.
Okay.
All right. And then that's all you do is move forward 1 square?
Yeah.
It's knife fight in a phone booth time, gentlemen.
They have they have 0 turning radius?
1. I did this wrong. Hold on. Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
Hold on, that's messed up. I know. Yes. He comes sweeping around your starboard side and loops in around for a shot straight up the rear again. No, realizing that the only thing you have to defend yourself from the rear is your plasma turrets. He doesn't want to get hit by that laser cannon again. That hurt. And he wants to present his forward shields to you as much as possible, since he doesn't have starboard shields anymore. Starboard shields anymore. It is gunnery phase. I'm gonna go ahead and do my gunnery first.
And I'm
You
going
guys
to do an
can do
intimidate on Zoran to give him try to give him +4.
Oh, does a 28 hit?
Yeah.
I think so.
23 damage to your aft shields. As just like again, a fusillade. As he loops around back behind, he just unleashes a fury of shots into your rear.
So
how much damage does that do to your hull?
The hull, the aft is gone again, and 3 got through.
3 got through.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it didn't overcome your damage threshold or your critical threshold. Your critical threshold is 10. So as long as you don't take 10 damage to your hull in a single round, 10 or more damage, you don't have to worry about crits unless I nat 20. But if you take more than 10 damage to your hull in a single round, we automatically we roll on the critical systems table. So as he loops around behind you, he just unleashes a fusillade of plasma blasts, just shredding your aft shields, and raking your hull with plasma blasts. You can hear and feel the impact of them as they peel armor away, flash boiling. That's it for me. Now it's your turn.
Before
now, did Mickey succeed?
hold on. Yes,
Yeah, he succeeded.
My
easily.
naked form comes over and kind of waits for me like a spearman. And I say, if you do not hit them, I will be the one climbing your back, jerking off on you if you do not hit them. I rolled a 26, so he gets +4 to hit now.
All right, you get +4 to hit as he threatens to masturbate all over you.
I breathe heavily on him.
You say that so
like
calmly.
disgustingly hot breath, bad breath. I just ate some garlic, heavy, in his face.
Are you doing? Hold on. Are you doing a fire at will action?
Fire at will. Yep. Let's see here.
So you should not be at any minuses now.
Okay. So
Yeah.
First shot is 26.
Hit.
Second shot is 21.
Also hit.
Yay.
Yeah.
So breathing heavily with my garlic bad breath in Mickey's face, I shoot.
As you guys frantically bob and weave, trying to avoid laser blasts or plasma blasts.
And dicks.
Yeah.
13 for the first one.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be got it.
Ooh. 15 for the second shot.
Yep. And you blast through that double fusillade of plasma fire peels his forward shields away, and one blast gets through and skips off of the ship's armor, just boiling a small bit of it away. It otherwise doesn't seem to be too damaged by it. Although the ship does seem to have taken a good bit of a beating.
Was that
all right.
after your liking?
Yes. Nice hit.
Good. Did you enjoy the hot, stinky garlic breath?
I don't even
Good.
know what you're talking about. I didn't want to take features from
All right. So that was it for gunnery. New round. Pilot checks. I rolled really good.
It's a 27.
You still. I go last. I got a 30.
Yay!
That's an advantage here.
Well,
I get to react to you.
Used to the...
You'll get used to it. Remember that when we're talking about starships and like sailing ships, if we were playing,
They never be the same.
Wait, Tony,
last
what did you
is
get?
You got 27.
30.
I got 30. So
I can try and give you a +2.
Yeah.
we're moving to the engineering phase. Slurm, what are you doing?
Shit.
I guess heal some more of the shield.
All right. Give me your engineering check.
I'm gonna help him out.
Actually, let me go ahead and wait. Search part, and then I'll go ahead and balance them again.
You're gonna balance the shields again.
Yeah, there's a little bit of thing.
Okay, no, that's fine. So we'll moving from the engineer phase into the pilot phase. Suture, make your moves, whatever moves you're gonna make.
Make it so.
Now remember, there's a stunt called evade that can increase your AC.
How do I do that? Hold on.
That's my science computer skill.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll check that out in just a second. I'm looking. I'm not looking at that screen right this second. Evade 10. So it's a DC 18. If you succeed, you get a +2 AC, +2 to AC and TL until the start of your next round. If you fail, you move as normal. If you fail by 5 or more, you move as normal, but you take a -2 penalty. If you succeed, you can move as normal and you get a +2 AC.
So it's a DC what and the who? I'm sorry.
It's a DC 18 pilot check.
That's confirmed because it's a 19 plus 12 is a 31.
Oh heck yeah! So you hear Suture yell out "evasive maneuvers," and all of a sudden, his fingers, his all 6 hands, are just flying across the console as he executes just this crazy dance in a desperate attempt to avoid the incoming fire he knows is coming for him. Is that going to be all your movement?
Yes.
Okay.
We have the beams.
Up our ass again.
Yep. And you got a 31, so go ahead and balance your shields before I shoot you. You know, man. Of course, he's going to stay on your ass now. He's locked into your rear, and he's torn your aft shields to shreds.
Of course, he's locked into our rear. It's a nice rear.
Well, and it's a good place to blow your ship up, since that's where your engines are.
Good place to blow your shit up.
You heard him. Good place to blow your shit up.
Not my shit.
Are you sure shit? I mean, Steve?
Two left.
Did you balance the shields?
Did Steve balance them?
He did
Yeah, he succeeded his check. Yeah, sorry.
I was helping him out this round. But it was like, you need it. Yeah, I was helping him. Yeah. No, I didn't make it any.
Well, you haven't acted yet, Mickey, so you can still, you could still help Zoran with his gunnery check during the gunnery phase.
Okay.
Right? Like, you don't have to declare what you're going to do. You only have to declare whether you're going to be a science officer instead of a captain. Right? But as far as you can act in any phase, it's just once you have acted, you can't act for the rest of the turn. So since you haven't acted yet, you can still act in the gunnery phase and help out, say, Zoran. So it's the gunnery phase. As you guys continue to fire and he continues to fire, I'm gonna do his gunnery check. Oh, look at that! He missed. He missed. Your evasive maneuvers as you slow the ship around wildly, dodging, bobbing, weaving, frantically trying to avoid the shots. Plasma blasts are flying past your ship, but they never manage to hit you. The Skittermander is a leaf on the wind. It's your turn.
Alright, well, Mickey, did you help me? Or you help somebody else, right?
I think I need 18, right?
Well, alright, so he's unable to help you.
Alright, fire it well. -4.
2 beams.
First one, 19 plus 5 is 24.
Oh, right, this is a particle beam, not a plasma cannon, so...
Yep.
Yeah, these are the turret guns.
And we're going to be finding who's going to be shooting at him. The second shot is a 19.
19 hits.
Yay!
What was the first shot?
It was a 24.
Oh, yeah, so that hit totally. All right, so yeah, you lance out, you fire another blast. I apologize. I keep thinking it's a plasma turret. You let go with another blast of your particle beam turrets. And his shield's already down. These just lance right into his directly into the hull. Damage?
14 for the first one. 14 for the second one.
So.
Oh.
I mean, he wants to be right up my ass. I mean, I'll give him something.
Oh, you crit with both hits. So.
With that,
I need you to roll percentage. You're gonna need to do it twice, but do the first one and tell me what it is.
$67.
All right.
Ooh. What does double lock do?
That's 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0, 0, 0.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, what is double lock gonna do?
Okay, so. Oh, sweet. Just two shots. The first shot lances out, and just shreds through the down one side of the ship, and you can see one of the starboard engine nacelle just blows out. The second shot, it actually smashes directly into the fuselage. From your sensor readings, you think that it's probably the power core has been damaged, as all of a sudden the ship starts to slew wildly, almost out of control, as the pilot frantically attempts to regain control of his ship. That was it for gunnery. It's going to be a new round of pilot checks.
Yeah.
A fart.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, subtract. That's only an 8. Yeah, he gets massive minuses right now because his power core and his engines are malfunctioning.
So what did you get, Tony?
This 27. No, wait, that's a 16, not a 15.
This ship is, for all intents and purposes, wrecked. Like it should not be operating. This pilot is holding it together by sheer will alone. What'd you get on your pilot check?
28.
Okay, so he'll go first. And predictably, he tries to run away.
Let's see.
Tony, I don't care what you do. You can literally sit there out.
Now, you guys have a choice.
Oh, yeah.
You could pursue him, or you could fire up your drift engine and run away.
Let's blow him up.
Yeah, I say blow the fuck out of him.
Okay. It's up to you.
So we need
Blow
to
him
get
up.
the front, or we need to get the starboard side.
Which is not on either of these sides. We can only move 10, and we are exactly 10 away.
Sorry about that.
He's going to get away.
No, because remember, we get to move and shoot at the same time.
Yeah, no, but we're wondering give chase and like keep laying on his aft engine on his his power core's fine. His shields might be fun too.
You see, he's still got aft, and he put his 2 undamaged shields to you.
Yeah.
They are still working. That's
think
all
it's
he's got. That's all he's got left.
We can take it to the edge of the planet or whatever. You know, so
Oh yeah, we can move the map. Don't worry about that.
Well, no, I meant like I'm telling like guys, we can chase him down. It's no problem. But we don't have to go after him.
This is as far as I can get.
Well, because even if you actually go up and then actually try to cut across, what means like try to get to his start.
No, I move up here. That's 9. No, I can't.
There is no way he can get to
one more square.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
He's not
you
going to be
forgot
able
my
to get.
key again. You forgot my key.
Well, I can't get to where you want. Just hit him with everything you
Wait.
got.
I got skipped.
Oh yeah, engineering phase. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to divert power to the engines.
Give me a roll.
Would mean that increases by 2.
Yep. Also, I believe that the pilot can push them.
Go.
Steve, I'm liking the rolls tonight, man.
Started with the 2.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So yeah, you add the extra 2, so that means that you can move 12. And if you make a pilot check, Tony, I think you can push them and go even faster. Check.
Faster, more distance.
There's an action called the push action.
If you want to keep going straight, like I said,
I'm going straight right now. I have to look this up.
Those are stones.
Push.
See page 319.
Did you say 319?
319 in the core, it seems.
Full power push. Well, no.
Yeah, I got the core here.
I'm looking at page 319. I don't see push.
Well, just the 319 right under push, and this book we got.
Yeah, the thing Mickey gave us. I don't see anything about a push. It just says you can do a stunt. A stunt helm push.
I don't think there is one for actually the pilot.
Oh,
There is
full
one, but it's
power
6
helm
on
phase
6
push
on
6 ranks. I got 11 ranks, I think. So you must have.
We only have 5 ranks.
1.5 times.
Oh, okay. So you can't do it yet. All right. So all you can do is move to 12.
Yeah, you need to be 6 level to do that push.
So 12 puts us there.
Why don't you move? Wouldn't you move forward?
No, dude, because I was way back here.
Okay.
Actually, I think.
Well, the way you're pointing, that's why I'm assuming that that's the way you need to go. Okay.
I'm pointed this way, but I can turn 60 degrees when I get there. And basically that's it.
Is that enough to hit their front shields?
I don't think so.
No.
No, you're gonna be hitting you're still gonna be hitting their port shields.
Yeah.
Let's blast it. I mean, because all we got to do is hit like a couple points
See,
on the wall.
but if I don't do that and I would stop here, we can shoot straight with the cannon. If we're up here, we can't shoot with the cannon.
Yeah, I think you're better off shooting from there with your heavy weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
we
do
can
that.
shoot with all of our big weapons.
We need to go first on Zoe round.
I'll go ahead, Steve, and let you divert power to weapons if you want to.
Okay.
All right, so he diverts power to weapons, so all ones on your damage dice are going to be 2s, Jameson.
Yay! And Mickey, are you going to do anything?
Yeah.
Or do you want to use?
Yeah.
You already did something.
No, I did. And
Alright.
my intimidation is just sticking my finger in your ear. Damn it.
And it's useless.
And
The problem is that they don't really have ears, Vest. They just kind of have a hole in the side of their head, and it's really quite small. And when you go to try to stick your finger in his ear, you realize that you just basically like hit the side of his head. And he's just like, "Why are you poking me? Stop poking me!"
Shit.
You better move that finger. You're gonna lose it.
Let go with your fusillade.
I take my hands off.
All right, fire at will. Steve gave me a +2, right?
No, he failed.
I failed.
Oh, Steve did?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve gave me +2, yes.
Oh yeah, no, Steve diverted power to weapons, so all of the ones on your damage dice become 2s.
Okay, that's okay, right.
It doesn't help you aim, it just helps you do more damage. He powered your weapons up.
Dude, cream gummy bear sickles.
Did you just say cream gummy bear?
Sickles.
Gummy bear sickles.
Still just sounds weird.
So how does that work exactly?
Delicious.
Are there gummy bears inside the creamsicle?
No, it's like a creamsicle.
Is it a creamsicle shaped like a gummy bear?
No, it's a.
Oh, creamsicle flavored gummy bear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that's.
So heavy cannon, heavy laser first, and then the light particle.
Or you gotta get it in the box.
Right. 16 plus 5 is 21.
Yeah.
Hit.
21 for the first one.
That's on the cannon.
That's laser, heavy laser.
Mm-hmm. Now your light plasma turret fires.
And then 18.
18 misses.
Particle.
Fail.
So 18 misses.
Roll damage for your heavy laser cannon. This is on the port
Port
shields.
side.
Yep, port side. Hitting your port side, hitting his port side shields.
27.
27 damage. All right, you and again your heavy laser fires. But the shields manage to hold, just barely. They look like they're having a really hard time, but they're holding. All right, 1 second while I reset some things.
Gotta be honest, man.
Okay, so, it's a new round. Time for pilot initiative checks.
Oh, I did, wow.
20, so that's a 32.
All right, so you'll get to go last.
Yay!
As he boosts as hard as he can, limps away from you, presenting his aft shields to you, in desperate hope that he can stay ahead of you.
So is Steve gonna do?
I'm sorry, I went too far. He's supposed to be that far away.
Tony, you want me to give you the
that's
+2 to maneuverability?
What happened?
If he's only moving that far, I don't need it.
He moved he has the same speed as you, so he moved to the left one because he had to turn, and took off as fast as he could. So he's 9 hexes ahead of you. $4,500 meters, roughly. So, what is that? Like 2.5 miles ahead of you.
Get me right up onto that starboard side.
4.5 kilometers away.
Yeah, if I live up to here, you got him.
Oh no, that's still the backside.
If I were you, I would go ahead and move your full 10.
Yeah.
And then turn 60 at the end, and you'll be firing. Firing forward on right into the side of his ship. Because you were only 9 back. Oh, I'm sorry. Move 9. Move to right.
That's 9.
No.
Well, then don't move 9. Move to right here, and just face him. Because you can move the 60 over the course of, like you can turn as you come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that. So you just come slewing up alongside. He can't even fire back at you. Well, he can try and fire his he'll fire a missile, but it'll probably.
Is that a 1? That's a 1.
So what is that for? Oh no, so he doesn't get any help to his. So this time, your systems have taken a bit of a beating. They're not too bad. Your ship as a whole isn't. They've been pretty stressed by trying to keep the shields going, and you're just not able to divert power to weapons during this pass. But you will be able to. Yeah. Sorry, I keep skipping you, Steve. It's not. It's just I keep thinking engineering phase should come after. Yeah, it's totally personal. I just keep thinking engineering should come after pilot.
You hate me for my hair.
Yes. All right, so that was that. Now it's gunnery phase. Go ahead.
Jameson, I'm gonna help you out.
Jameson.
Go up behind you again.
Does a 19 TL hit you?
No.
All right. So and again, he fires off a missile but can't hit you. It's probably the worst.
How are you gonna try to intimidate me this time?
I was gonna have this long speech about my loincloth, but I trip on the way over there.
I
Not
just
even
look
wearing
at you.
shoes.
I know. Ow, my foot! Ow, still my foot.
He starts what sounds like it's going to be just this awesome, like Harlock style diatribe, and then just BAM! Barks his shin on a console and starts cursing in growl. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was
Laying on the ground doing the Peter Griffin.
I look at you and I'm just like, meekly.
Roll your attack, Jameson.
So heavy laser and then the light particle.
Yep.
So he did not give them +4, so that's my 4. 21 and 23.
All right, how do you want to do this? Because you just it only has 1 damage left, so you absolutely
Well,
take it
let's
out.
see here.
Describe how you take this thing apart. It will die with your laser blast.
He's right there at the engine, so it's so as we come flying up, Tony does that turn, and we just lay in on the engine portion, and it just explodes.
Awesome. Yeah. So you fire the heavy laser cannon on your ship, and it's almost like like a phaser shot from Star Trek, but it charges up. You see it charge up and fire, and it cuts straight across the hull until it hits the engine, and then the engine detonates and explodes. Your ship rocks in the wash as flame rolls across your shields. Your shields will each take 1 point. Your forward and starboard, your forward and port shields will take 1 point of damage as the fire and debris from the ship wash across it. And and you sail through the destruction of that ship.
So what I imagine too, like you shot 2 shots at hit, right?
He did shoot 2 shots, yes.
Blew up the ship, but the guy tried to escape out of his escape thing. But the
he tried to pop his. He pod killed the guy.
The second shot just hit him square on, like, in his little escape pod thing.
All right, so you guys, you sail on through. The skies are clear. So you're gonna take off. You gonna fire up your drift engines and GTFO now.
Yeah. And while we're doing this through the 9 days, I'll make repairs.
Yes. You fire up your drift engine and take off. Now we're gonna roll random encounters for your. I know, right? Yeah, we're gonna call it here. Just random encounters should be.
We'll die if we get hit again.
Well, your ship can repair. He's repairing your ship while you're in the drift. And your hull is fine. It's just your shields, and they'll repair back to full over an hour's worth of time, or a couple hours. So by the time you get into your next encounter, you probably will have full shields.
I get my Lumpia.
Oh, nice.
So we destroyed the ship. Awesome ship to the engine. Or awesome shot on the engine.
Boop. Okay, so. It's 9 days, right?
Right.
That was day 1.
No, that was day 0. You haven't even. You're just now dropping into drift. All right, so, call high or low. We're gonna start with Mickey.
High.
Okay, so if I roll a 75 or higher, there will be. I'm sorry, 90 or higher. Something will happen. Nothing happens.
Low would be pretty fucking cool.
All right. Steve, call high or low?
Low.
All right. If I roll below. If I roll a 10 or lower, something happens. You can thank Steve. All right. Day 3. Jameson.
He left the room.
All right. Then Tony, high or low? All right. Day 4. Jameson, high or low?
Low.
All right. Day 5. Back to Mickey.
Hi.
Oh, close, but still safe. Day 6. Steve?
Low.
Oh
my god! God damn it!
So wait, Steve flipped us again?
No, Steve saved us twice.
Oh.
I call it low when it.
Yeah. All right. So, that was day 6, right? Yeah. 7. That will be Tony.
Low.
Right. And Jameson.
Let's see. So it's 10% is high, so the
You call low if he makes it 1 through 10. It's bad. You call high if he makes it 90 through 100. It's bad.
We're gonna go high.
You're fine. And we're back to Mickey now, right?
I'm going low this time. Yes!
Oh, come on, Mickey.
Yes!
You're a dick.
We find space fairies. They're very nice. They have wings and they have little bottles that they come in because some kid has captured them.
But it's actually pretty close to where we're going, though, too. They only have like a couple more days left.
It's literally on your last day, on day 9.
Damn it, Mickey. fault. Really what it is.
Cannot fucking believe you. Thought we were friends.
Wrong.
I mean, that's why you called low.
Yeah, because I'm getting high, so I'm like, I'm changing it up.
I mean, I saw the way it was going. Alright?
I mean, honestly, there's a 10% chance of an encounter, and you were gone. You were in the drift for 9 days. So the numbers say something should have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey knew it was happening.
And it was Mickey's fault, so I blame Mickey. Hey, you want outside?
No.
He's like, fuck that shit.
It's crazy outside right now.
Yes, it is. It keeps ramping up out here and then dying down and ramping up.
Yeah, that's what keeps going here.
Ramping up. Don't do it, Steve. Don't you do it.
Do it.
He did it. Why did Steve do it?
Okay. I will. I'm going to tell you what this is, and then you guys are free to go. But we won't actually. We're not going to do it. I'm just going to tell you what what's happening.
Steve's got what mutates. He gets bigger. So he gets bigger, and then Mickey's character mutates and gets smaller. Kind of like a reversal.
All right. It was Mickey. So Mickey, roll 2d8.
Oh, Mickey.
Shit, not just Jack. Fuck! We were so screwed. That's actually another shot.
Okay. As you are exiting, just as you exit Drift, you have a split second to see. I don't even have to roll anything. You guys are gonna have to do some stuff next week. That's gonna be fun. Right as you exit Drift, you've just come out of Drift. Your sensors are just coming back online. You have just enough time to see this coming, but no time to do anything about it. You see a deep space wave. Surging towards your ship. It's a deep space wave. It's a stream of molecular particles moving at near relativistic speeds through space, like a shockwave,
Or a microwave.
or a microwave.
Oh my god! I can just feel my DNA changing.
Nobody's entirely sure what causes deep space waves. They're like rogue waves in the ocean. They just come out of nowhere and wreck things. And this thing just slams, just tears through your ship. The particles rip through your hull, your shields, like they're made of crepe paper. Millions of tiny little molecular-sized holes are are punched through your ship all over the place. Too many in places too numerous for you to possibly patch. You're not dead. It's not like that.
Oh, shit.
We just get
Each
superpowers.
Each hole is only one molecule big.
Guys.
Because who here is wearing a suit that has environmental protections on it?
Me. I think all of us are.
I'm just wearing
You
deep
learned
red
last
dye.
time. You learned last time that wasn't the case. unless we each bought stuff for it.
I don't think. Well, was that
I bought the Aeon Stone to give me. That I'll need to bring.
Right, you can survive in vacuum with it. It doesn't protect you
Wait.
from environmental hazards other than that.
Well, because yeah, I have that one for.
Does anybody have radiation shielding?
No.
That's the important thing. Okay. Everybody has just been moderately irradiated.
Oh yeah. Yay!
I can feel the superpowers already.
It has environmental protections. What does that do? Nothing?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't. You need radiation shielding.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't think you would use my armor.
I need fortitude saves from everybody. Or do you want to wait to find out until next week?
Let's do it.
Yeah. I'll bet you can get a radiation buffer. +2.
Yeah.
That 20, that shit.
I got a 4. Do I grow a 7th arm?
27. So no superpowers for me? Fuck!
No, you get
This is our fortitude save, right?
Oh. Oh, so wait, I do get superpowers?
I don't know.
And so my fortitude state will be total of 27.
All right.
If this is right.
You take this radiation like a beast. You don't even notice it.
Do I get superpowers though?
No.
Damn it!
Oh, super.
Well,
Ooh, you do. You definitely notice.
Oh, I get hit with it.
Tony, what did you get again?
4.
Okay. So the lizard is unaffected. Everybody else is nauseous. Their hair starts falling out.
Covered in fur.
I think I got the main.
man.
You guys are considered to be to have radiation sickness now.
Can I become a ghoul?
No. Do then I have to fucking put you down.
So
No, like in Fallout, those kinds of ghouls.
No, sorry. Boss says so.
it's on the Constitution track. Yeah, it's on the Constitution track. And you immediately go to step 2. So I need to go to poison and look at Constitution. Where is poison?
What wave is it called?
It's a deep space wave. It's not in the book. I have a third book called Infinite Space. I gave it to you guys. It's called Hazards, Stellar, and Xenobiological. And you rolled a deep space wave. You were one off of a dark matter cloud or a drift storm. So, I mean... or Starfinder.
Mickey,
What?
I'm gonna start calling you Malachi.
Oh man. Oh,
This is the bad.
I'm so mad my hair's falling out.
You have hair?
Yeah, long white hair.
I'm covered in hair.
Yeah, I'm
This is
going
bad.
insane.
What's up, Malachi?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just look at you all like, what's wrong, guys?
I look pretty much the same.
I mean,
All gross and nasty with
Steve,
like patches of hair.
Steve, you just look sicker than you normally do. I just assume that you just caught something. And I look at my Skinner manager, I'm just like, boy, I don't have to put you down. Get the badge.
Oh, there they are. Okay, poison. No, this is a sickness. I'm sorry. Not a poison. That's a little better. That's actually a lot better.
Oh, good. Tony, you hear that? You're just gonna be sick.
So, you are all sick. All of you are sickened and fatigued. You're nauseated. You're nauseous. Your hair's falling out. You're gonna need to make a save every day until you're healed. If you fail the save, you move up the track again. You need 3 consecutive saves to cure yourself, or get healed.
Oh no.
That's not gonna work out for me.
You're real high, man.
My fort saves a 2.
Start rolling high.
Hey guys,
You have like okay, one of those serums help out.
I just thought about something.
What?
You think those serums made it?
Oh God! Oh! Oh! Oh!
We just lost our whole cargo.
Oh!
Not necessarily.
Maybe not.
We can just get it to them like really sick and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe
I know,
not. They're inside your ship, inside a cargo container that's built for. built for- It's not radiation shielded though, but they will. I will give them the save. So I'm gonna roll this so that you can see it. They're gonna need to roll good though, okay? I'm not gonna lie. They're still alive. And they look okay.
Good.
They don't look.
I look at them and I look at that.
Well, they don't look any worse than they looked before.
I'm just like, man, you guys look worse than they do. Ah!
Alright, so...
That's fine. Implement.
But you just look sicker. Alright?
Alright, so...
Chicken noodle soup, get some sleep, and you'll be fine tomorrow morning. That's what I'm assuming.
So... we're gonna call it there for the night. Let me give you XP.
You can keep track of XP if you can.
I can do it right here.
Do it all night. What is the XP? Because that part I don't have on my character sheet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't have it exactly on here.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's one thing.
Everybody's gonna get 150.
I'm just.
I thought you guys were freshly 5.
Yeah, but I don't know what we are because I just made my character at level 5.
I think we just broke a little bit over 5, which is what, 10,000. So I think we're just over 10,000.
Well, and then you got all the XP last week, which I forgot to give you.
Oh.
And that was, I'll have to look it up. Hold on. You got 150, 300. You got 300 total for the fight with the two fighters. And then I will get you XP. I'm gonna go tally up XP for the fight with these guys. So let's see. So he's 800. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, sweet, you got it working.
Yeah.
Steve, if you need to go, you can. I'm just tallying up XP. I'll go ahead and put it in on your character sheet for you. You're welcome to stay if you want to. I'm just telling you, we're done now. Let's see.
Just browsing through Facebook right now.
So, Steve, you be here tomorrow?
Give it all to y'all now. Happened last week.
Huh?
Everybody gets 3,400 XP for the fight last week.
Oh, it's so close, dude. Oh, wow.
You did how much? 3,400.
You fought a lot of guys last week.
Yeah. No,
That's a really tough fight for you.
And
it was made harder by the fact that you had a pretty nasty guy turn on you and start stabbing you in the back.
Yeah, I was saying, like, we only need 1,500 for level, so that we only need like one good combat.
Yeah, we do. But Steve, what did you say?
Happened last week.
What happened last week?
Oh, what happened last week? Oh, tell him.
Let's see here. Well, after striking a deal, actually, after we after gaining the trust and the trust and the companionship of the Rat City, we started discussing with the who is it? The space crew. We met our space crew and everything, and we started talking to them about satellites, and they told us about a location in the lake, and we are on our way to head to the lake. Well, not. Well, we're starting to begin our preparations to head to the lake.
The what lake?
The lake, the big.
To the south, the one that we found your in or whatever.
We're going back, brah.
You guys are going to go dive in it and try to look for a hidden research station in it.
So we're going diving, and
Nice. We dig the turtle.
your turtles need it.
Yep.
So you would need it.
Yep. And we're building a submarine to go down there too.
Multiple submarines.
Yeah.
Oh, you told him about the Rat City, right?
Yes, we are.
Finally.
They are companions. They're one of our fellow state members.
Yeah, we took them over.
I was trying not to say that.
Three times
out of it.
It took a third time to actually do it. It was good.
Oh, dude, it was such an awesome Johan was there, and
I intimidated like 2 or 3 times and saved our ass.
It just like, every card was like this. I don't know. It was a pretty good.
It was great.
Pretty good story.
It was rough. They had to pull out all of their diplomatic chops, but you have added the Ratkin to the Boombox Shoutpost country.
Nice.
What did you decide to call it? Have you decided to call it?
We have not really given our name a stated name yet.
No.
All right, I want a name tomorrow. I want a decision on a name tomorrow.
Right.
We can't keep this up for, because if you don't, then I'll name it.
I mean, like I said, the Justice of Peace says Justice Land, so I mean,
God.
it's really coming down to this, isn't it? Is it really going to be Justice Land?
It's not.
No, because
damn it, come up with a name.
Because even Dwosen votes against Justice Land.
Well, then come up with a name, Dwosen. I don't know, man. That's all I've got. But yeah, okay, we'll figure out something tonight.
Yeah, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Horoscope.
Okay.
This one says Aquarius. Someone will think of you today.
Mango County.
Awesome.
We're called Mango County.
And will exceed your every accomplishment, and you will be forgotten. Your soulmate today, but you are not their soulmate.
Oh,
Hands. You touched a doorknob earlier and had some poop on it, and you've eaten since then. Today, a Capricorn will try to steal your wallet. Says Leonard. Like this. It doesn't even give like a thing. It just says Leonard.
That's great. Leonard. You know like, what we mean by that.
It says Leonard, someone saw you pick your nose when you thought no one was looking sexually in them, and now they abandoned their family in order to spy on you in hopes of catching another glimpse of your disgusting habit. Leonard.
Oh, that's great.
What are these from?
They're horoscopes, but like that one just says Leonard. Sagittarius.
Where are you reading these horoscopes from?
Facebook stuff.
Oh. What's the answer?
Candy today. Mumble some bullshit about their blood sugar and shuffle away before they can respond. Make sure they see you staring for long.